WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Michigan sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. And now we've got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams.
He's crazy.
Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Ben Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Remember that.
Hello, and welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome into the Ben Bosscher Show. Kyle Sandel behind the glass producing for us, as always. Got a lot to get to today. Whole week should be pretty fun. It's that time of year where you got to come up with some creative stuff. Well, fear not, frets not. We have. Let's start out with last night. The Home Run Derby happens. We've got this new format. It's on Netflix. We've got Kyle Schwarber looking to win his first home run derby. He was our lock of the day yesterday. He was the favorite. He was in front of his home crowd. And then Jordan Walker from St. Louis. Oh, my God. He was like a zombie at the dish in the batter's box. He looked like a White Walker, Jordan Walker. He was stone-faced in that batter's box in the final round. As cool as a cucumber, zero emotions. He completely ruined our lock of the day. I really thought Schwarber was going to do it. I didn't mind the new format. And this is always a reminder, too. Like, the home run derby for every all-star weekend event, whether it's the three-point contest, the dunk contest, whatever nonsense they're doing in the NFL these days, whatever kind of gimmicks they're doing in the NHL, the home run derby, I bash them for changing the format of it so often. Feels like every year they have some sort of new, oh, well, now we're going to do it like this. Now it's going to be a tournament. Now there's going to be a clock. Now there's not going to be a clock. There's golden balls. There's an extra bonus round, extra 30 seconds. I can't keep track of how many different home run derby versions we've had over the last 10 years. Usually the home run derby ends and I'm like, that was pretty fun. It's kind of a hard thing to screw up, the home run derby. Pretty simple. We've all been doing it in our backyard since we were little kids. This was what we used to live for, play it in the video games at all. Yeah, the home run derby is by far the best, all-star weekend event across all sports. And last night was a nice reminder of, it's annoying that the format changes every single year. I don't know who's going into it. Maybe there's not superstars in it. And then it ends and you're like, okay, that was pretty fun. And Jordan Walker, with about as cool and calm and collected as you can possibly be, shutting down Philadelphia's stadium, who obviously was rooting for Kyle Schwarber or Bryce Harper the whole time. Schwarber ended up in the finals. For him to be getting booed basically in the box and cheered every time he didn't hit a home run, I thought it was over by the time he ended up, he was the last guy to go and he walked it off. And he just silenced that entire crowd. A really fun home run derby in general. So, I think I rightfully so gave it some crap yesterday just for the constant format changing. But it is pretty hard to screw up a home run derby. They're fun, man. They really are.
It's the best all-star event, you say, across
I think
all sports.
so.
Really?
I mean, I think back in the day
the
it was the dunk
consistent,
contest.
Probably. Like, you never really get over guys just hitting home runs.
I think it'd be the most fun event to go to as well, for sure.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Really?
Sitting in the outfield in a home run derby, bringing your mitt, you've got like a legitimate chance to catch a home run. It's almost disappointing if you don't catch one.
Because there's so many of them, that's true.
I think there was like 80 last night.
I'm surprised by this take from you. I figured you were going to come on here this morning and just like say it sucked.
No, it was very fun.
That's like usually your thing. I wasn't really like all that impressed by it. I wasn't like taken away just saying like, oh, the home run derby was awesome. I was not locked in watching it, so it didn't loop me in, that's for sure. But I also don't think, like, to your point, I don't think the format was like, oh, this format stinks.
No,
I don't think it had any of that to it.
The format, regardless of what they do, whether it's a clock, swings, miss it, whatever it ends up being, it's always just going to be a home run derby, right? It's always going to be fun. I think about the dunk contest. Every dunk has been done. It's so hard to create a new dunk.
But I still think the dunk contest is the best, though.
I think the 3-point contest has passed the dunk contest, to be honest.
Like, the dunk contest does suck, but it only sucks compared to what it used to be. And
It only sucks because you get told it sucks.
Right.
All the time.
And what it used to be is the best all-star event across all sports. Whereas the home run derby hasn't really had, like, the dips and valleys. It's just always kind of the same. I go into it expecting guys to hit a lot of home runs, and they do. And it kind of, you know what you're going to get out of it. Whereas a dunk contest, you really don't, and it has the opportunity to be amazing. And most of the time in recent years, it is not. So I still think that is the best all-star event. But the home run derby, you're right. It is a very, you know what it is. It's going to be fine every year.
I'm shocked by this take of yours that the dunk contest is still the best because the creativity in the dunks has just gotten like,
No, I don't
now
think,
they just bring out props.
I was
That's
say,
what they do.
I don't think they've lost creativity. I think they've lost the ability to do new things.
The ability to impress
They're trying
people.
to be creative.
I think they've lost the ability to impress an average person because now you have these YouTube video dunkers who can do all this crazy stuff that NBA players aren't training to do. You've got professional dunkers that just blow all our expectations out of the water, and then the fact that guys aren't doing backflips to dunk, it leads to
I mean, this not to turn this into an entire dunk contest take, but like we all know the reason why the dunk contest isn't fun. It's because you don't know half the guys that are in it.
Correct.
Like, if Anthony Edwards came out and did the same dunk that Hamidou Diallo was doing, everybody would think it's awesome because he's in it.
But even yesterday in the Derby, it's like no Judge, no Ohtani, and it still ended up being really fun.
Did it?
I think it was.
Jordan Walker's the home run derby champ.
That guy was
the guy that was almost fresh out of the league last year.
Time.
Like Jordan Walker's having an amazing year, and it's a really good story, but he was struggling in his time in the bigs leading up to this season. And so a lot of people, like, if you're not a diehard baseball fan, probably didn't really know anything about Jordan Walker.
And you do now, though. And here's the thing, too. Like, as someone who had, like, lock of the day on Kyle Schwarber.
Being in the finals is great, too. Like, that helps it, yes.
Schwarber being in the finals and then feeling so confident like it's over. I can go to bed now. Schwarber hit lock of the day. And then for Jordan Walker to go up there with the facial expression that he had of basically just like this the whole time. It didn't look like he was out of breath whatsoever. Everybody else is getting gassed, and he's just like staring straight into the soul of you through your living room TV. I thought that was like horrifying. And the second he came up to bat, it was like, there's no way he's getting 13 home runs or 11 home runs, whatever it was, to win it.
Well,
and then he hits
Philly
the first one, and I was like, oh my God, this is horrifying. Look at his face. He is so locked in.
He was 6 straight homers.
Yeah, including, he needed the overtime or whatever they call it, the bonus session, the extra swings to do it. And sure enough, he walked them off.
The fans of Philly, like, made it as better than it could have been as well.
Oh, for sure.
Like, them doing all of the booing for the different hitters that at the All-Star game is hilarious. When they booed Wilson Contreras when he almost got hit by that pitch, like, that is the funniest stuff that could have happened. The Philly fans are just, they're on a different level.
Top 4 sports fans or
top 4
or bottom 4 worst sports fans?
I guess depending on how, like, you view that. Philly fans are, like, top 2. Just from a passion standpoint, man.
Who would be one?
Philly fans
Boston?
are ridiculous. I mean, at Boston or New York, probably. You see what happened with the Knicks championship?
I'm not giving the Knicks any credit for that.
Look at the Knicks championship, man.
They're beating people up in the streets. That's not called fandom. That's called letting out your inner demons.
And, like, I think the Detroit sports fans are great. I think they're right, like, outside of that group. They're not Philly sports fans. The Philadelphia sports fans they are on a different level.
No, they're wild.
Yeah.
I went to a Detroit Lions versus Eagles game way back when, right before the ticket prices.
In Philadelphia?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, I would not do that. Right before the ticket prices just began to skyrocket. It was week 1 of the 22 season, 22 or 23 season. Remember they played Philly week 1. And these Philly fans just walk downtown Detroit like they own the place. They've got this irrational confidence about them where they'll just walk around booing you in your home stadium. And you're like, who the hell are you? Where did you come from? Boo! Boo! It's like, brother, you're in Detroit. Yeah, they're nuts. They're nuts. And you got to give them credit. It's a great place to have an all-star game.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I was thinking, like, what's it going to take for Comerica to get one of these? And I just don't know if Comerica's built to have it anymore. It's a bad concourse. It really is. It is a tough concourse to navigate. It gets overcrowded. The second gate's open. Like, there's not a bad seat in the house. There's not, you get inside the bowl and it's absolutely stunning. But
and that is the issue because I always have that take. Like, you can sit anywhere in Comerica and it's great. And, like, the skyline of downtown Detroit is great.
100%.
But also, so is every stadium.
Yeah.
Like, every stadium is that. You go to a couple other Major League stadiums and you're like, wow, okay, this skyline is crazy.
Not
too.
every stadium has every seat is awesome, though. Like, a lot of the older stadiums, there are some seats where it's like, oh, if you buy the wrong ticket, brother, you're staring at the foul pole the entire time. Or just some random pole in the outfield. Comerica doesn't have that. I've sat in everywhere in that stadium, and there's not a bad seat. Truly. The concourse to navigate is hell. I hate walking
home
through
run
there.
derby in Comerica, like,
yeah.
come on, it's not a hitter's park, man. That's not how it works.
You imagine they do a home run derby there, and it's like, yep, the winning guy, 8 home runs. 8 home runs.
So what's your final ranking of the home run derby?
Like out of 10?
Yeah.
I don't know, 8? I enjoyed it. Like, the thing is, at the end of the day, the home run derby is very easy it's hard to screw up the home run derby. Like, in order to have a bad home run derby, I think it might be impossible.
Okay, that's a good point. I also don't think there can be a great home run derby. Like,
it would take all the
my
best
take.
players in the
There
league
have been
playing.
several dunk contests in my life where I'm like, oh!
Yes.
Like, I'm
he
out of
stood
my
up.
seat. Lost my chair. I'm out of my seat freaking out. That can't happen in the home run derby.
No, you're right about that. I think
I'm not getting up out of my seat. Oh, Jordan Walker hit his 6th home run. I'm not even like watching hard enough for that to happen.
That's correct. I think watching at home on the couch, a great dunk contest cannot be beaten. In terms of attending in person, I think it's the home run derby, and it's not even close. It's the best event to attend because the crowd, you can feel the crowd.
Sure.
Like yesterday, that Philly crowd was you hit 1, then you hit 2, then Kyle Schwarber hits his 3rd in a row, 4th in a row, and the crowd is starting to surge and like build up like a team's getting hot from 3 in a real game, and that part of it can't be replicated in a dunk contest.
No, that's a good point, and we could definitely agree that it's better than whatever happens at the NFL Pro Bowl games. Or whatever.
I gave up on that a long time
whatever
ago.
all that stuff is called now. I will say I agree with Chris in our YouTube chat. Honestly, the All-Star weekends are huge nothing burgers for me. I'd rather watch Shawshank on AMC for the 200th time. I rewatched a movie last night as well, Chris, so I'm with you there.
What movie?
The Prestige. It's my favorite movie. I was gonna watch a new movie, and I just want to rewatch a movie.
Hey, sometimes you have your comfort shows.
So
movies.
Well, it's because I didn't have time to watch a full movie, so it's like I'm just gonna watch like an hour of a movie I love.
Yeah, I've been rewatching Game of Thrones again.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of it.
It's a good week to do things like that.
Yeah, good week to not be outside too. Oh my
Holy
God,
smokes, man.
hell on earth here in Michigan this week. 989-837-6125. You've seen it by now. The quarterback rankings from ESPN according to execs, coaches, GMs. I've got you the real top 10 quarterback rankings when we come back. It's our Tuesday Tower making a return. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitts. The Ben Bosscher Show, as always, is brought to you by Bresky Siding and Building Repair, the experts who do the job right the first time. Whether you have a leaky roof, storm damage, siding looking tired, Bresky has you covered. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for decades. They treat you like family. That's Bresky Siding and Building Repair. You know, quality materials, skilled craftsmanship, and service that puts your family first. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Bresky Siding and Building Repair today and keep your home strong for years to come. The 9 o'clock hour of this show is brought to you by Iron Stack Technology. They help businesses solve real tech problems securely, efficiently, and without the headaches. So when your IT is working the way it should, everything else gets easier. Iron Stack Technology, solution-driven, mission-focused. You can check them out online at ironstacktechnology.com.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9.
on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, Kyle. I know everybody's seen it by now, the top 10 quarterback rankings. I've got my own. I've got a little nitpick with a couple of the things that came out in the one according to NFL coaches, execs, whoever else they
really
told about it. Yeah, I mean, look, you can put it up on the YouTube graphic. Obviously, at the top, we got the guy who's number one in the league in both touchdowns and yards since 2018. The guy with 3 Super Bowls. It's Patrick Mahomes. Like, look, just because Josh Allen's winning you your fantasy league doesn't mean that he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Just because Josh Allen's got the best Madden rating doesn't make him the best quarterback in the NFL. Can Josh Allen make it out of the AFC just one time? One time before we're ready to crown him the best quarterback in the NFL? I think it's still Mahomes. And I think until somebody else gets out of the AFC and beats him, you can't truly justify having someone else ahead of him. I can't believe it, man. The guy, all he does is win. And last year, obviously,
someone else did make it out of the AFC.
Yeah, Drake May. Guess who he didn't have to go through, though? Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, so you have to beat Mahomes.
You don't, look,
there's
man,
a guy on this list that's beat Mahomes going through the AFC.
Yes, there has. And then we'll get to that guy, too. You know what? Let's just jump right to him.
Joe
Burrow. Joe Burrow. I looked it up today because I wanted to make sure.
He's the lone guy that's fitting this criteria you're talking about, Ben. I just want to say that.
Hey, I wanted to look this up because I love bringing this stat up. Do you know what I'm about to say?
I have honestly no idea.
Fourth quarter comebacks. NFL career. Joe Burrow, 6. Bryce Young, 7. Gardner Minshew, 7.
Minshew?
Case Keenum, 7. Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, 8. Bo Nix, 8. Joe Burrow has 6 fourth quarter comebacks in his entire NFL career. The same amount as Kenny Pickett and Tyrod Taylor. I'm sorry, man. Joe Burrow is this elite processing quarterback, puts up massive stats. When push comes to shove in the fourth quarter, he does not win games. And that team that went to the Super Bowl, by the way, was backed by an incredible defense. I'm not knocking Joe Burrow. Sure. He's still in my top 10 list. I just can't believe that people have him as high as 3 or 4. I think there's some quarterbacks that are ahead of him.
So you have him out of the top 5, top 6 entirely. Wow.
I have him 6th.
You don't have him 6th, or else he'd be higher. He's outside of the top 6 of the pyramid.
Oh, correct. I have him 7th. Yeah, you're right.
I think with Burrow, and I didn't know that stat, so that is pretty eye-opening. How many does Stafford have, by the way? Do you have it all pulled up for everybody, or is that just like you just had that group of guys?
Stafford's got the 4th most of all time with 39.
Okay. I figured it was way up there. Anyways, I think the case for Burrow is that, like, out of all of the elite quarterbacks, though, like, he has been in the worst. He's had the least amount of support, I guess you could say. Worst O-line and worst defense and worst ownership out of any quarterback on this entire pyramid, right? That would be the case for him?
Yeah. I mean, Caleb has an argument. Herbert has an argument for that.
Caleb has an argument? Like, how does Caleb have an argument?
The situation that he got drafted into was god-awful.
And then year 2, it completely turned around. We had 1 year of it.
Correct. I think I'm mostly with you, though, that Joe Burrow has been put in the worst situation over and over.
And yeah, like people like, oh, he's got Jamar Chase. Okay, that's it, though. Like, yeah, he's had a terrible coach, terrible ownership, and just franchise in general. Their defense has been god-awful. He's sacked the most out of any quarterback since he's come into the league.
Cheap.
He is 43-33 as a starting quarterback in his career. That's not that great. 10 games above 500 as a starter. Like, there's been a lot more losing than winning compared to these other guys. So it's a fine point.
So Burrow's on the last tier, which it's not all starting quarterback. He's still in the top 10. So as much as I knock him, he's still a top 10 quarterback. In the bottom tier, I have Joe Burrow, Jared Goff. Joe Burrow, just Jared Goff with a little bit stronger of an arm.
A little bit more aura.
A lot more aura.
Yeah.
But, like, the other thing with Joe is you're kind of dealing with a little bit of a diva. A little prima donna.
I think that's fair.
Joe Burrow.
I think you're right. I think you're right in that fact.
Whereas Jared Goff, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
I think with Burrow, it's like a reasonably so diva. Like, if I was in that spot, I would probably be the same way. You know, like, I think if some of these other quarterbacks were in Joe Burrow's shoes, we would maybe be considering them divas as well.
Yeah.
But you are correct, though, yes.
Yeah. Whereas Goff, like, you're just not dealing with any of that stuff.
Course.
He's never going to complain or blame anybody but himself. Where Burrow, he points fingers a lot. I have Caleb in this tier as well, still below Jared Goff, but I think he's threatening to take that title of her best quarterback in the NFC. I continue to bring up the Josh Allen year 3 leap. Caleb Williams not quite as big as Josh Allen, even though Caleb Williams does not get enough credit for how big he is. There's a handful of plays from last year where he just runs a dude over. Like, he's bigger than almost every DB out there trying to tackle him. So there's that. But it's the adjusted completion percentage that the stat I always bring up. Josh Allen went his rookie year, he's like 30th, and he was 28th, and then he jumped all the way to being a top 5 quarterback in that stat. It's basically just like, hey, do you expect this pass to be completed? Josh Allen struggled with all the easy stuff in his early days. He had this monstrous frame, could throw a giant deep ball, put a ball in a frozen rope 25 yards down the field. Caleb can do all of that stuff and make plays that pretty much nobody else in the NFL can make other than Mahomes and Allen and Lamar. The easy stuff has not come so easy to him. If he can figure that out, that's where I think he starts to pass some of these quarterbacks like Jared Goff. Still have Goff ahead of him for now. Goff may be the best, other than Stafford, the best just processor, looks at the field, understands what's going on, goes through his reads, quarterback in the NFL. So those are the 3 guys on the bottom tier. I have Dak Prescott in there for the same reason. Dak Prescott was 6th in the NFL execs rankings.
The ESPN one. That one, I'm surprised by that. And I'm a big Dak guy. Like, I feel like I've always kind of represented that on this show. I think Dak is extremely, extremely underrated. 6th is crazy high.
Well, if you think he's underrated, that's probably like the things that have held Dak back from being one of the top 5 guys. It's 2 things: injuries and lack of playoff success. He has 1 playoff win under his belt, or 0?
I believe 1. For sure 1. Maybe
1.
2, but definitely 1.
I think it's only 1.
I think it is 1.
With a couple of really bad playoff moments as well.
Really bad losses,
sliding.
too.
Yeah, Green Bay smacking them over and over again a couple
really
of years
bad.
back. And then sliding with the clock expiring was probably the worst moment any quarterback has had in the playoffs over the last couple of years. So you can ding him for that, but the same thing with Goff. It's just like he's just gotten better with age. He's gotten better with experience. So I think Dak Prescott belongs in the top 10. I have Trevor Lawrence peeking out from the bottom because I think just the upside and the intangibles with Trevor Lawrence, if he can play like he did the second half of last year again, he's probably going to sneak his way onto this list.
Lawrence sticking his head out on the side is pretty funny if you're watching on YouTube.
Thank you. The next tier I called the elite floor raisers. The last one was the franchise quarterbacks. The elite floor raisers, the guy that's that if they're on your team, you expect to be in the playoffs every single year. It's Lamar Jackson, who would have been in the next tier up until last year. You have to get dinged for a poor season, and he certainly had a poor season.
I saw on the ESPN one, some execs or whatever had him unranked. They didn't even have him in the top 10. He was as low as not even top 10, yeah.
He would have been 3 last year.
Someone also had him number 1 still, so it just makes no sense.
He's the number 1 passer rating in the NFL since 2018.
Someone had Mahomes at 9?
Okay, what?
Anyway, sorry, continue.
I have Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and Drake May. You know me. I'm a big Justin Herbert guy.
Me too, and I think this is the right spot for Herbert because I do think he's better than the guys in the tier below. May is just a tough one to rank. It's been difficult for me to decide where he's at. I would have Burrow over May, personally. I just think I need another year out of May. The second he gives me another year, then I would be absolutely fine with having him up in this tier.
And for me, Herbert is just one of these guys that has mostly been in. He's on a cursed franchise. This is hopefully the year that things start to fall right for him. Things have notoriously kind of, fallen the opposite way.
Yeah, we want to talk about Dak Prescott lack of playoff success.
Yeah, Herbert. I mean, Herbert's been there 3 times in his 0-3, I believe. I don't know what you could have asked him to do more of last year.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was running for his life every play.
Best year of his career last year, too, statistically.
Best year of his career without his left and right tackle.
Yeah.
The MVP quarterbacks I have is Matt Stafford and Josh Allen. These are the 2 guys that have won the 2 most recent MVPs. playing better than just about anyone in the NFL underneath them, but I still have Patrick Mahomes at the very top because this guy, I mean, he just wins games, Kyle. It's as simple as that. He wins games at the end. He might not have, I mean, since 2018, he does have the most passing yards and the most touchdowns and the most yards per game, even ahead of Tom Brady, who's second on that list. The thing with Patrick Mahomes is, at the end of the day, who do I trust to go on a game-winning drive more than anybody else? It's him. And you can tell yourself that Josh Allen has the better stats, more visually appealing to watch. Sure, I trust Mahomes to go down. Like,
yeah,
there's an inevitability.
I don't
with
think there's
him when
much
you
of
get
an
the
argument
ball.
to that part of it.
And that's what matters to me. Who do I trust to pick up a third down? Because even last year when the Chiefs had this it was 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl and lost. The Chiefs had this awful offense. Oh, everyone hated them. They're not as fun to watch. They're not explosive. They were number one in the NFL in terms of third down conversion rate because you just trust Mahomes to find a way to move the chains. That has to matter. So I still have Mahomes at number one. And I feel like I'm in the minority on that now, by the way. Feels like almost everyone has jumped onto the Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL train.
I think that was a thing last year too, right? I mean, coming off of his MVP.
Mm-hmm. This has been a thing for multiple years.
It has. And maybe it's just like people getting, not even recency bias, but the opposite, like just kind of the I'm ready to move off of Mahomes being the best guy thing.
It reminds me of when people
Mahomes hasn't won the Super Bowl in a minute, like
2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of in 2015, 2016 when everyone was like, Steph Curry's now the best player in the NBA. Like,
I mean, that one
really?
felt a little different though. Like
he was having the two best years.
Like if you're comparing Curry to Josh Allen, I think that's like almost disrespectful to Curry for what he did in that time.
Really?
Curry like broke the NBA, man.
And Josh Allen hasn't broken the league?
Josh Allen didn't win a Super Bowl. Like Steph Curry went back-to-back rings. Or not back-to-back rings, but 3 and 4 years.
I just think it's similar in the sense that, oh, we're done with Mahomes. We're crowning somebody else as the new king.
Just kind of out of nowhere.
I mean, not out of nowhere, but I think people deep down always knew, like, LeBron is still the best player.
Right, but like Curry literally beat LeBron in the finals. And obviously, like, LeBron had a better finals, but that'd be like if Josh Allen beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That would be a pretty valid reason to say, he's past Mahomes. Whereas that literally has never happened. Yeah. He's never beaten him in the playoffs. So it is kind of an odd thing that people haven't won, but I think I'm one of them.
989-837-6125. There you go. There's the real top 10 quarterback list out there. I had the same 10, just completely rearranged, which I was surprised by. I thought there'd be a little bit more parity in terms of like the difference between the lists.
Maybe you should be a coach or exec or scout then.
Same top 10. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on the Mitt. We'll hit the news when we come back here on the show. Before we do that, should tell you, Crane's L&M Appliance Center has been serving the Tri-City area with quality appliances from refrigerators and washers to stoves and dishwashers backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff that you can count on. They make getting the right appliance easy with delivery, professional installation, haul away for your old unit, and even financing options to fit your budget. Stop in a Crane's L&M Appliance Center today and discover dependable brands and great value for every room in your home.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. On 100.9 The Mid.
All right, welcome back into the show, everybody. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, and Kyle Sandel is about to take it away with the news.
The Mits Morning Catch.
It's time for the news
What
what do we want to call this? The least busy sports week of the year, the summer, whatever it is. We still got news to get to. It's a sports, man. It never stops. And we got some news late last night that I think a lot of people were caught off guard by, and that is Michigan sophomore turning junior guard LJ Cason is entering the transfer portal. This is the lone Wolverine that new head coach, former assistant coach Mike Boynton Jr., has failed to retain. LJ Cason was a Dusty May guy, originally committed to FAU with Dusty May. Then when May got the job at Michigan, he came to the Wolverines with him. So this one, it seems like people maybe aren't as shocked by it as I thought. Still, though, I mean, Cason was a key part of that team before, of course, his terrible injury at the end of the season. It sounds like he was going to miss most of, if not all of next year anyways.
Yeah. So
transferring now is more so like an investment to where do I want to play 2 years from now. But still, LJ Cason is the lone Wolverine not coming back to Michigan next season.
Yeah, I thought he was incredible and got better and better as the season went on last year, to the point where I was making the case he should have been starting over Elliot Cadeau. Now, obviously, Elliot
I thought
Cadeau,
he was better than Cadeau for like a good chunk of the season.
And then after Cason went down, Cadeau stepped it up a notch and never
100%.
really went back. So credit to Elliot Cadeau for doing that. But Elliot Cadeau is returning, plus Trey McKinney is returning, plus Brandon McCoy, a 5-star from California, right? California? I think he is coming out to Michigan as well. So that's already a pretty crowded backcourt, to the point where look, LJ Cason was the odd man out already because of the injury, so it just would have been a lot of hurdles to overcome. I'm not all that shocked LJ Cason's leaving. I think it's the best thing for his career, and I wish him the best of luck wherever he ends up going. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in the UofM uniform, though, but it makes sense because he probably was going to be the 4th best guard by the time he came back this year.
Yeah, I think those are all fair points. I was still surprised by this just because of the fact he's going to be out for most of next season. But basically, the roster you expected to play for Michigan is fully set now. So we'll see where LJ ends up committing to. And if he ends up playing it all next year, like you said, best of luck to him. Let's take a look at the Covenant Healthcare Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Report. Here's what I got for you today, Ben. Did you see the picture of the 4 Tigers All-Stars?
Yeah.
All together. McGonigal, Verlander, Riley Green, Dingler. I'm putting this up on our YouTube chat right now, or YouTube if you're watching.
I know exactly
Dylan
what you're looking
Dingler's
at.
hand looks like one of those those gloves.
It looks like a
that
doctor's...
you fill up with milk.
Correct.
Yeah, like that you do like the fake cow udder thing.
The latex gloves
Yes.
that you blow up.
It looks like it's filled up with water. It looks like a fake hand. Oh my goodness, look at his hand.
Little discolored, too.
It's huge. How did he play the other day?
Well, I would imagine the swelling's at an all-time high now.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, though, like, he did play Sunday. You're right. I don't know. I almost don't want him to play tonight.
Same. That's what I'm like. I'm like, man, go get one at bat and just don't swing, maybe, and then don't catch either.
Oh, definitely not catch.
Well, he's gonna though, right? I mean, he's a catcher.
And DH him. Make
Yeah.
Langoliers start the whole game.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that hand. I've looked at that picture so much, and it's pretty nasty.
It's gnarly for sure. Yeah, that would. I don't know what would hurt more, if he backhand slapped me with that thing or if it hurt him. Because a backhand with that, I mean, you're taking up the whole face.
Yeah, I mean, just getting punched by that would not be fun. So hopefully Dingler can, I don't know, slam some ibuprofen leading up to tonight's game and let that swelling go down.
Yeah.
But
ice it.
Need him to be back for this weekend. As far as the All-Star game, though, and seeing those Tigers in action, it's tonight at 8 o'clock, National League versus the American League on Fox. Here's the American League lineup. Mike Trout, Yordan Alvarez, Shea Langoliers, Junior Caminero, Bobby Witt Jr., Cody Bellinger now into the starting lineup, as well as Ben Rice. Riley Green hits 8th. He's in left field. And Ernie Clement is your starting second baseman in the 9-hole. So shout out Riley Green making the starting lineup of the American League. A lot of changes had to be made. Brian Buxton not playing, Nick Kurtz not playing, Vladdy Guerrero not playing.
Vladdy Guerrero shouldn't have been an all-star in the first place.
Sure. So we'll see when Dylan Dingler and Kevin McGonigal get to check in, but we know that Riley Green will be in the starting lineup here. They're going to go up against Christopher Sanchez, which is, I was a bit surprised he's still starting. Dude pitched 100 pitches on Saturday. The turnaround to Tuesday, I mean, it's not like that short, but it's shorter than a typical start would be.
I mean, he's not going to pitch more than 20 pitches.
So he doesn't care. Dylan Cease is the starting pitcher for the American League. This is who he will face for the National League lineup. Kyle Schwarber, Juan Soto, Freddie Freeman. Hitting cleanup, C.J. Abrams at short. Max Muncy, Dodger at third. Ozzie Albies is at second base. And then the final three, Brandon Marsh, Andy Pajes, another former Loon. Shout out to him. And Drake Baldwin, the catcher for the National League, closes things out. I see a lot of people complaining about the lineups for these teams. Like, oh, this team would only win like 85 games.
I don't know about that.
I think people are just sad that Ohtani's not in it. Obviously, Aaron Judge is not in it. A lot of people are opting out of the All-Star game this year, which Ohtani and Judge are due to injury for real. So,
is Vlad hurt or is he opting out?
Vlad opted out.
91 games.
He opted out, and then he said he's opting out to rest a sore back. So he's doing it because of injury.
Do you want to guess this guy's stats this year?
Vladdy?
Yeah.
I really have no idea.
262 average, 700 OPS with 6 home runs. How the
Vladdy
hell?
has 6 home runs. Man, he just got that crazy new contract.
How the hell is this guy being named an all-star this year? We're going to look at this guy's pro reference page in 20 years and be like, 2026. What happened? How is he named an all-star? He's just not a good. He's not been a good player.
And then you look at Alejandro Kirks and you're like, oh wait, him too, huh? Who has the best game for the Tigers?
Riley Green. He's been there, done that. Maybe Kevin McGonigal.
Been there, done that, man. Kevin McGonigal, the hometown kid, though. That's pretty cool, man.
It's got to be McGonigal.
I wonder how much family. I'm sure he's probably said this by now, but I wonder how much family he's going to have in attendance. That's very exciting to see.
What is he to get like a hit tonight?
Oh, betting on the All-Star game.
Is there props in this?
There's got to be, right? Yeah, I don't know about for the guys that aren't starting, though.
Yeah, I don't see anything with McGonigal.
Okay, we'll do the rest of the news later.
All right. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, and we are live here on 100.9 The Mitt. If you're looking for a steady hand when it comes to your financial future, Kevin Spencer with Edward Jones right here in our community takes the time to understand what matters most to you. Helps build a strategy to get you there. Reach out to Kevin Spencer at Edward Jones today because your goals deserve a plan that's personal.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, welcome back in. Ben Bosscher, Kyle Sandel behind the glass. We got a little Tigers trivia for myself included and everybody else to start out the 10 o'clock hour. Let's go here, though. It to me sounds as if you read between the lines, you listen to the tea leaves, LeBron's making a decision today on where he's going to be playing basketball. Yesterday, all the reports were it's going to be in the next 48 hours. It didn't end up happening, so I think it's semi-safe to assume that we're getting a decision today. If it doesn't happen today, then I guess we were just totally lied to. But the reports suggest, the decision's coming in the upcoming hours, within 24 hours of right now. What's your ultimate prediction on where this guy goes? Because I know, like there's obviously somebody out there listening to us right now on the radio that's like, why are they talking about LeBron? I don't know, maybe because he's the greatest player of all time. Maybe that's why. And he's
what
changing
else do you
teams.
want us to talk about? It'd be different if there was a bunch of other news going on. Like, we're not going to sit here and preview the All-Star game.
Nope,
That's
that sounds
for sure.
terrible. I think there's a legitimate, think about the fact, Michael Jordan coming back out of retirement. Oh my God, he's going to the Wizards. This is that to me. Obviously, LeBron hasn't announced a retirement tour or anything like that, but this guy's about to switch teams after 8 years with the Lakers. Yeah, this is an enormous deal, and whoever he ends up joining, I feel like it's going to potentially sway who the favorite is in whatever conference he ends up going to, because I do think if he ends up joining Miami, yes, that'll be a clunky offense. I'll be very curious to see how that actually works, but it's LeBron. He'll figure it out. I think Miami would jump to one of the favorites, if not the favorite in the Eastern Conference. If he goes to Cleveland, same thing. When you're looking at one of the best starting fives in the NBA, their fifth best player would be Jared Allen, and their fourth best player would be James Harden, both of which still really high-level players. Philly, exact same situation, to where you've got two incredible guards, both young, entering or in their primes in Maxey and Edgecombe. You've got Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and Embiid. That would be one of the best starting lineups we've ever seen, just from top to bottom. So what is your prediction on where you think LeBron is going to end up, and what's your favorite spot for him to go?
Well, we got that, I don't even know if I want to call this a report last night, but just the information that apparently LeBron and Draymond had a recent conversation. Now LeBron James is considering going to the Warriors more than he was before. Sure. I don't know if that means anything. I think the Warriors, I don't think that team is going to be threatening to win a title if they get him. But that would be such a cool spot. I understand a lot of people oh, why would he join the Warriors? That was his rival his whole career. Yeah, we're not at that point anymore of LeBron's career, though. We're not he's not ring chasing. This is just, where does he want to spend the final year of his career? Because obviously it's not going to be with the Lakers. Him and Steph Curry and Draymond are ultra tight. And I know that is a weird thing to say because they were arch rivals for the peak of our young basketball fandom, but they just are friends.
Magic and Bird are friends.
Exactly. And so I think that would be cool if he did that. I don't think they're threatening to win a title, though. And at the end of the day, as a LeBron fan, I do want him to threaten to win a championship in his final year of his career.
And where is that to you?
Miami. The Miami fit is pretty gross, but
they'll figure it out.
I like it way more than Cleveland. I heard Colin yesterday say if LeBron went back to the Cavs, it's like when you move back in with your parents. It's cool for a night, and then you're sick of it.
Yeah. It's just not his team anymore.
That's pretty good. Not only is it, it's not his team if he goes to Miami either, but
it kind of is.
At least Giannis is the new guy. So Giannis hasn't been developed as the number one guy there. We know he's going to be, obviously, but he's new to Miami. Whereas in Cleveland, LeBron feels just an outcast there.
Yeah.
And it's Cleveland. It shouldn't be that way. And so the fit in both spots are pretty weird. I've continuously said that the Minnesota landing spot is my favorite one. I think that they are the best team out of any of those groups. He fits the most there. They could use him. But it doesn't sound like he's going there. It's basically between Miami, Cleveland, and Golden State with an ounce of Philly, right?
Yeah. And to your Minnesota point, I think they tanked any chance of getting LeBron when they brought in LaMelo Ball. See, I don't think LeBron ever wanted to play with a guy like LaMelo
Okay,
Ball.
that could be fair. I think that he still fits tremendously, though, even with LaMelo Ball there.
I think from a basketball standpoint on the court they fit, but I don't think LeBron ever wants to attach himself and his success with LaMelo Ball as his point guard. That just doesn't sound like LeBron's one of the smartest basketball players of all time. I think he
Dude
understands the risk
Dude
of
had Mario
attaching yourself.
Chalmers and Norris Cole as his point guards.
Yeah, but at least those guys are like, they know their role. LeBron can basically be the point guard.
I don't know, man.
Dealing with LaMelo's.
We remember in the same Mario
tomfoolery.
Chalmers? Oof. Obviously, a
maybe
lot
not.
of lineups where they didn't have either of those guys in. So
When LaMelo throws a behind the back no look spin pass out of bounds, LeBron's would be ready to kill him. I don't think he's going to Minnesota for that reason.
And
I do
Scott's,
think.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I do think the Philly fit is fascinating because Embiid's clearly not it's not his team anymore. I don't think he only plays 30 games a year.
But when he plays, it's his team.
Not if LeBron's there.
That was displayed in the playoffs last year. Like, Maxey was the guy all year long, and then the second Embiid returned in the playoffs, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, Embiid is just still the best guy on this team. Like, no doubt, when he is good to go.
It's 30 games a year, though.
But I'm saying, when those 30 games, see, I have the opposite take. In Philly, I hate the LeBron fit in Philly because there's a world he's the fourth guy.
LeBron's never the fourth guy, though.
But
LeBron's
he's not.
the
But
fourth guy.
like it's Embiid, Brown, and Maxey, and then we're just throwing LeBron James into this mix. That I am not a fan of that. Way too much ball dominant stuff going on there.
LeBron's not adamant about scoring 25 a game.
No,
anymore,
he's only going to score probably 18 a night wherever he goes.
and he can still give you 7 assists or 7 rebounds every night as well. Like, I really do feel like LeBron's at the point of his career and is also one of the greatest, just minds we've ever seen. He can fit in basically anywhere. Because we had all the same conversations about him and Luka can't play next to each other. They're two ball-dominant guards. And then it worked perfectly fine because LeBron finds a way to fit in wherever he goes because he knows exactly what it takes.
Did it work perfectly fine? I don't know. I thought that the Lakers' fit was kind of clunky.
I think they hit their ceiling.
And obviously in the playoffs they were injured, so that adds a lot to it. But yeah, they did probably hit their ceiling. The reporting on this has all been weird too, like Scott talked about in our YouTube chat. Brian Windhorst said, oh, he's not going to Cleveland, but you've seen that he is going to Cleveland. I think my final prediction would be Miami.
I think there's just a lot of smoke with the Philadelphia
I hope
situation.
we get something today, man.
I think it's going to be today. I think my prediction will be he's going back to Cleveland. What I'm hoping happens is he goes to Miami or Philly. That's what I'm hoping for. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Minute. Tigers trivia. Kyle's got something brewed up for when we come back to lead off the 10 o'clock hour here on The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9.
from the Blazy Electric Studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
All right, I am completely in the dark on whatever we are about to be doing. Other than Tigers trivia, that's all I know. Kyle, take it away, because you said you had something in store that can take about 20, 25 minutes. I have no idea what this is, and I don't think I'm going to do very well at this.
It could take 5 minutes if you're pretty good at this. I mean, we talk about the Tigers all year, obviously. We've been harping on them for a while, so I figured now at the All-Star break, it's a good time to test Ben's knowledge of this 2026 Tigers team. We're not doing old history of the Tigers. You know, that'd be unfair. I'm not trying to do all that. We're talking just this year, the 2026 Tigers. I've got a series of questions, just over 10 of them. I actually ended up having 11. They start really easy, and then they get more challenging. But I think you could go 11 for 11 here.
Really?
I think you could. I don't think they're that difficult. If you watch the Tigers, you talk about them all the time, right? Like, you should know more about the Tigers than anyone.
Theoretically, yeah.
All right, we're going to start really easy here, Ben. Who is the Tigers' leader in OPS this season? The Tigers' OPS leader. Now, I will tell you, I'm not going to count Eduardo Valencia, who is technically the OPS leader. He's only played in 3 games. Who would be leading this team in OPS this season, Ben?
Well, it's gone back and forth between 3 different guys.
That's correct.
Dylan Dingler, Riley Green, and Kevin McGonigal in this exact moment in time.
Yeah, you've only got 3 guys on the Tigers this year with a north of 800 OPS, not counting Valencia.
I mean, it's rotated back and forth between the 3 of them all season long. And I'm not someone who every single day wakes up and refreshes the pro reference page. So
why not, though?
Why don't I do that? I don't. Who's really hot? I'll go Kevin McGonigal.
Nope.
Oh, man, 0 for 1 to start off. It's Riley Green with an 842 OPS. Kevin McGonigal with an 812 OPS. Dylan Dingler with an 831.
Could change tomorrow. Actually, can't change tomorrow. Could
couldn't
change this weekend.
Tomorrow. Could change this weekend. Yeah, that's true. But right now, Riley Green is the leader with an 842 OPS. And maybe that's the reason why he's starting in the All-Star game. Okay, so the first question, 0 for 1. Yikes. Okay, this one I think is actually easier, though. This one is like logically you could figure this one out. Switching to the pitching side of things. Who leads the Tigers in innings pitched this season? Total innings pitched this season for the Tigers. Doesn't mean that they've been good. Doesn't mean that they've been bad. All I want to know is who's pitched the most for the Tigers this year.
Well, Skubal's been hurt. Casey Mize has had 2 stints on the IL. Jack Flaherty had 1 stint on the IL. Troy Mellon began the year on the IL. Is it Verlander? No, I'm just kidding.
What, you talking about the All-Star? The All-Star pitcher?
Who's pitched in 3 1/3 inning?
3 2/3, yep.
It's Framber Valdez.
It is Framber Valdez, yes. The lone triple-digit innings pitched for the Tigers this season, 107 2/3 innings pitched. He's made the most starts this season, so that would be the reason why. Shout out to Framber Valdez, because everyone else has gotten hurt, right?
Yeah. I mean, this has kind of always been the thing with Framber Valdez. He's an innings eater. He just goes out there. He's not going to wow you with a crazy ERA or crazy, strikeout percentage, but he just goes out there and eats innings and does a pretty solid job of keeping runs off the board.
Indeed. All right, first one correct for Ben, so he's 1 for 2. Nice. We're going to start to level up a little bit. This one's not too bad, though. Another leader one, and then we're going to kind of start to dive away from that. Who leads the Tigers in at-bats this season? So similar to the innings pitched, who has just appeared the most at the plate for the Tigers this season?
Well, if Riley Green, the Tigers have played 91 games. Riley Green has played in 90 of them. He's only had 1 day off.
The Tigers have played in 96 games.
Okay, then I believe Riley Green has played in 95 games.
He has played in 95 games.
At-bats or plate appearances?
At-bats.
See, that could theoretically change my answer. honestly, it doesn't, though, because even if McGonigal had more plate appearances, the at-bats kind of get skewed a little bit because he walks so much. So I will go with Riley Green here.
Yeah, it's Kevin McGonigal.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Kevin McGonigal, 350 at-bats this season. I think him hitting leadoff a good amount of times probably helps that statistic a little bit. Good amount of games. He'll get an extra at-bat over Riley Green. It's really close. Riley Green at 344 and Kevin McGonigal at 350. So extremely close. McGonigal playing in 93 of the 96 games this season, too. So he's nearly played in every single game as well. But McGonigal is the top player there. Okay, moving on. 1 for 3 so far, or 1 and 2 out of the first 3.
Told you I was not going to be good at this. I hate these.
Here we go. We're going back to pitching, which Tigers pitcher leads the team in strikeouts? So we talked about innings pitched with Framber Valdez. Which guy has got the most Ks this year? Nobody's at 100 strikeouts this season. 98 Ks leads the team.
I mean, is it not just Framber Valdez who's pitched the most innings? That logically makes sense to me, so I'll go with Framber Valdez here.
Framber Valdez? No. He's third. He's third with 87.
Jack Flaherty. Give me Jack Flaherty. He's been injured the least of all of these guys and has had a pretty good stretch of striking guys out.
Yes.
You got it. 98 Ks for Jack Flaherty. Yeah, he's just had one less start than Framber Valdez, despite being injured at one point this season. Framber did have the one game where he was suspended.
And Framber just hit the bereavement list.
Correct.
Which I had never heard of until Friday.
I believe it means a death in the family or an illness in the family, something like that. So obviously, hopefully, Framber Valdez, prayers up to his family and everything. Hopefully everything's all good. But yeah, don't know if he's going to be back this weekend. Nonetheless, though, Jack Flaherty, just one less start this year than Framber Valdez. Want to know what's crazy, though? Tarek Skubal, more Ks than Framber Valdez this year.
Yeah, that is
6 less starts.
wild.
6 less starts and nearly over 30 less innings pitched. He's got 89 Ks to Framber Valdez's 87. But Jack Flaherty with a large lead in that category and probably is going to hold it as long as he's a Tiger at least. So that's good. Okay, moving on. We're going away from the leader stats here. I'm going to give you that as a thumbs up. I know you got it wrong, but you kind of got it right.
You don't have to give me
2 for
pity
4
points.
Okay, fine.
I don't
You
want
got it
pity
wrong.
points.
Fine, my bad. You got it wrong. I was trying to help you out, man. Okay. I mean, these are still leader stats, but it's not as far as the statistics. It's other random things. So Kevin McGonigal, he has hit leadoff the most by a Tiger this season, by a large frame. I didn't write down the number, but no one's even close to matching him. We love to look at the Tigers lineup and get mad at it, right, Ben? Who is hitting the 2-hole the most this season for the Tigers? 28 games hitting second in the lineup. Who is it? You're going to be mad at this.
No, I think I got it. I think it's Gleyber Torres.
No.
I thought you were being tricky with me.
It is not Gleyber Torres.
Because he's in that 2-hole almost every single day that he's starting, but clearly he's missed more time than it takes to be honest.
And I think most of the time versus lefties, he would hit leadoff when he was healthy, so that kind of took it away a little bit.
You say 25 times? That's it?
28 games.
times?
So the 2-hole really gets shifted around. I'm telling you, you're going to be upset.
Is it Kevin McGonigal?
It's Kevin McGonigal, who also, of course, leads the team, like I said, in hitting leadoff. He also has hit in the 2-hole the most this season. Dylan Dingler's right behind him. Ever since Dingler kind of started to get hot, they pushed him up. Riley Green hits in the 3-hole every single day. For the most part, that's where he leads hitting third for most of the time.
Except for that stretch when he was hitting
fifth. Yeah, exactly.
Ridiculous.
But Dingler, he will end up taking this over, hitting second for McGonigal. But yeah, McGonigal, the rookie on the team, has hit leadoff the most and has hit second the most this season.
It was a trick question.
It was a trick question. That's why I was like, okay, he's going to be a little bit mad at this one. Okay, let's do this one. Pretty good here.
How many more do you have?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more questions.
Okay, let's do one more, take a break, and come back and finish it.
Cool, that sounds good. This will be the actual last leader question. The rest are random ones. Ready?
I hate the leader questions.
But it's not like a stat. I guess maybe it is a stat. Anyways, Parker Meadows went out earlier this season with an injury. We've been talking about the center field position is going to be a spot. We don't know who's going to play it all season long, but we really don't know who's going to play it once Parker Meadows goes out. Which Tiger has had the most starts in center field this season? Who has started out in center field the most?
It's a multiple choice
for
question
the Tigers this season. Do you want me to make it a multiple choice question?
No, I don't.
51 starts in center field. That's a pretty good amount.
I mean, Wenzel Perez was out there a lot early on, but he's not on the team anymore.
Yeah, he's been out way longer than I thought, too, now that I'm thinking about that.
Matt Vierling.
Nice. Matt Vierling, by like a landslide, has the most starts out in center field, actually, for the Tigers, which I was a little bit shocked by. James Outman is starting to creep up that list a pretty good amount.
Seriously?
But, yeah.
Like close?
No, but I think he's second at this point. And Wenzel Perez had a good amount at the beginning of the season. Matt Vierling, though, 51 starts in center field.
So is Javi Baez ever coming back, or Parker Meadows? Are either of them coming back at all this year?
That I don't know. All right, Ben, you're off to a solid start. Let's see if you do them and come back.
I'm pretty sure I have a failing grade so far.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
989-837-6125. This is where I'll come in and actually be good, maybe. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live here on the mid-10 o'clock hours, brought to you by Aired Insurance Group. They're all about putting you in a better insurance position. Whether it's your home, auto, life, or business coverage, they make sure your protection actually fits your life. If you're looking for a team that takes the guesswork out of insurance, this is it. Be sure to go follow Aired Insurance Group on social media to stay connected every day.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, give me the other trivia questions. I feel like this is setting me up to fail. We've got some updates on Ward
purposely try to
Manuel
do
as
that.
well.
Oh, really?
I seem to have done an interview this morning. Quotes are flying out. They're mostly nothing
You
quotes.
interviewed him this morning.
I didn't. They're mostly like nothing quotes that are getting blown out of proportion. We'll hit that at some point. But let's finish the Tigers trivia first.
Gotcha. I don't think I've been trying to set you up for failure here. But maybe these other questions I will. Okay, we got a couple left here. So far, Ben is 2 for 6. Yikes. Okay. Which current Tiger, and I will give some context after this, which current Tiger has the most career home runs? This is all players on the Tigers this season that have played for the Tigers this season. I am saying that as that counts as guys on the injured list.
Javi Baez.
Correct. It is Javi Baez at 195 career home runs. No one really comes close. Gleyber Torres is around the 150 range. Riley Green, I thought, maybe Riley Green's a little bit close. He's not even hit 100 yet.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's like 89, I think.
He wasn't a big home runs guy early on in his career.
Right. I just thought, he hit 36 last year. Maybe they're starting to pile up, but obviously, you actually think about it more. And they're not. Maybe I shouldn't have given you that hint. That kind of gave it away that it was Javi Baez.
I think I would have guessed Javi regardless.
Yeah, because I was just looking, is there a guy that played for the Tigers this year, a super old vet that would have had a ton? But no, it's Javi Baez and then Gleyber Torres as your top two leaders there. Okay, we got 4 more questions here. 2 of them are going to be fun at the end. They're going to be name the player ones. Before we do that, Ben, I need you to tell me the precise order of the starting rotation to open the season for the Tigers. What was it? The first 5 to open up the season. What did it look like? Because it's been massively changed, of course, throughout the season.
Scuba 1.
Yes.
Flaherty 2.
Not Flaherty 2.
Oh, no, Fromber 2. Fromber 2. That doesn't count.
Yes, yep.
Fromber
Okay, it doesn't
2.
count, he says. Fromber 2, yep.
Flaherty 3.
Correct. They opened up
Verlander
the series.
4.
Verlander 4.
Casey Mize 5.
Bang. Okay, Ben. That's pretty good. I'll count that as a dub. You've gotten 3 questions in a row, right? Starting to heat up a little bit. Obviously now, Troy Melton is thrown into that mix. Kiter Montero has started plenty of games. Justin Verlander still only starting that 1 game in Arizona. Here's a fun one, Ben. There has been 1 walk-off home run this season. Just 1 from the Tigers. Who hit it? You don't got to tell me when. You don't got to tell me against who. If you do, then you can. That's bonus points, maybe. I'll add an extra point if you do that. But I just need to know who it was. The lone walk-off homer.
Well, it's not Torkelson. He's 1 for 170 with the bases in clutch situations. Riley Green, not a very clutch player as well.
In fact, they only have 1 walk-off home run, too. I mean, they have more walk-offs, but just a walk-off homer.
McGonagall's hit a walk-off, but it wasn't a home run. Dingler certainly has not hit a walk-off home run. Can you tell me what month this happened?
Yes, this happened. I'll give you the game, too. Maybe this will spark something for you. I'll help you out here. This was April the 23rd against the Milwaukee Brewers. It was in Game 3 against the Brewers to win the series, and it was a day game, if that helps. And maybe I'll really help you out here, Ben.
Game.
This was a Thursday, I think. We were on the golf course when this happened. We were listening to Dan Dickerson.
It's Spencer Torkelson because it was in his home run stretch where he hit 6 straight games or 5 straight games, whatever it was, with a home run.
It was in that big stretch with Spencer. I think that started it, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it was game 2 of that home run stretch. But yes, it was Spencer Torkelson against the Milwaukee Brewers all the way back on April the 23rd. No walk-off homers for the Tigers since that day. Kind of sad. Okay, here we go. This is what's going to be fun here. I have a guess this player based off of their 2026 stat line.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 of them. I got a batter and a pitcher for you. First off, the position player. Name this Tiger. I've got it up on the YouTube screen, too, if you need a reference to look at it there. 71 games played this season. a 197 batting average with a 576 OPS.
Say that one more time.
Yikes. 197 batting average with a 576 OPS. 4 homers and 19 RBI. And then finally, to close this out, 179 at-bats against right-handed pitching, just 39 at-bats against left-handed pitching this year. Name that Tiger. Like I said, it's up on our YouTube chat if you want to reference it from there as well. The statistics, 71 games played, just a 576 OPS. Gone deep a few times.
That's a lot
with
of
4 of
games.
them. 71 games played, it's a lot. They played in 96, we've said.
A lefty who has been terrible.
About
that has hit
180
a
at-bats
couple
against
home runs.
righties, about 40 against lefties.
A lefty who is
Hitting under the Mendoza line as well. Yikes. But plays. Continues to play.
Is he on the active roster?
Correct. I'll even tell you this.
An outfielder?
He's got a minus 1.0 WAR. So he's a negatively impacting player. I think that was kind of obvious based off of the stats
He's
here.
not on the injured list?
Not on the injured list. Playing for the Tigers. Played this weekend.
An outfielder?
No. That's
it-
kind of giving it away.
is it
a
Zach
little bit.
McKinstry?
Yeah, yes. It is Zach McKinstry. Yes, you nailed that one. It's been a tough season for the 2025 All-Star, Zach McKinstry.
one of the most Fugazi All-Star appearances ever.
Fugazi, I mean, he was pretty good.
I mean, he was like the 7th replacement, but sure, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was having a good season. He certainly is not having a good season this year. Okay, last one. This is the final question I have for you, Ben, to wrap things up. It is another name this Tiger based off of this pitcher instead. Here we go. Name this Tiger. 97 and a third innings pitched this season in 20 games pitched in. A 3.33 ERA to a 1.01 whip. 65 Ks to 22 walks. Then the final stat here, a 5-5 record and 1 save.
Kiter Montero.
Nailed it right away. Nailed Kiter Montero there. What gave it away?
I've looked at Kiter Montero's stats a lot. The really low whip and the ERA that's not like phenomenal, but still like very serviceable. I had a feeling it was Kiter Montero. When you said 3-3 with 1 save, I knew it exactly. It was Kiter Montero.
Yeah, the 1 save. Because I was going to give you games like, oh, he's pitching 20 games, but only 15 starts. But that kind of really gives it away. But I guess it didn't matter because you nailed it anyways.
How about this? I've got a couple Lions ones for you.
You're just going to throw in Lions trivia to me?
Yeah, why not? Actually, I only have one for you.
Okay.
2024, Jahmyr Gibbs broke a Detroit Lions franchise record for touchdowns in a single season. How many total touchdowns did he score, and whose record
80.
did he break?
Whoa. Twice? He broke... Okay, so we're doing total touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jamal Williams' touchdowns was rushing. Correct?
Correct.
Like, he didn't break Jamal Williams' record because his was only rushing touchdowns. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. So he broke Jamal Williams' record then? Is that the answer?
He broke Jamal Williams and Barry Sanders'
Okay, because
record.
I knew it was Barry's as well. I was going to say Barry, so I'll take that. How many, though? Oh, wasn't it like 22?
It was 20.
20. I was thinking 20, but I was like, no, I thought 20 was the previous record.
He had a hat trick in the final game.
He scored 4 in the final
Or,
game.
yes, he had 4 in the final game against Minnesota. One of the most fun games I've had.
That was the best,
I've
man.
experienced in the last
And then the
few
game after
years.
that one.
We don't talk about that one.
I don't like that one.
All right.
All right, that was Ben taking on 2026 Tigers trivia. You did pretty good at the end.
At the end, yeah. At the beginning, not as much.
You ended up going... You didn't lose any after that, so you went 7 for 11. That's pretty good.
Not bad. What grade is that? 7 for 11. That's a good old...
What is it? 7 divided by 11.
Yeah, I know. I typed it in, and all of a sudden, it's giving me different locations. It's a 63%.
It's giving me different locations. Oh, like the
like
place.
the store. Yeah. Yeah. 63%.
Hey,
that's failing.
Think about it though. If you were like shooting jump shots, it's pretty good. You're shooting free throws.
Not as much. Okay, that's going to do it for that. We'll have your updated Ward Manual quotes at about 10:45 when we come back. We'll take a trip around the league. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. You don't have to be a pro to get pro-level care, whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or just staying active. Covenant Healthcare Sports Medicine helps you prevent injuries, recover quicker, and keep doing what you love. That's Covenant Healthcare and Sports Medicine.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and
Okay. We've got Ward Manual quotes for you at 10:45. So an update there. Let's take a trip around the league first.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
All right, remember a couple of weeks ago when we started, I don't even think it was around the league. We were just kind of spitballing, and we said, yeah, the NFL Top 100 comes out, or it's starting this week. Well, they're only to number 61. No, they're only to number 68 because they're doing 2 at a time, which is ridiculous. But yesterday when they released them, it caught my eye because Lamar Jackson is listed as the 69th best player in the NFL. Again, this is pure rage bait from the players. This is only players voted upon this. 69th after being second last season. He was the second ranked player in the entire NFL last year. Falls all the way back to 69th. What are we there's not 68 players in the NFL better than Lamar Jackson. I know he had a terrible season last year. I know he didn't look the same. Didn't pass the eye test. The stats weren't as good either, and the Ravens weren't winning games. But come on, man. Is this the most... He's not the most polarizing quarterback in the NFL because obviously everyone thinks he's good. But like it feels like people are so quick to write him off, and I don't exactly know why. This has been a story since he got drafted, and people wanted him to play receiver. He is controversial for some reason.
I mean, he always has been. And someone put this in the YouTube chat earlier. Someone said he's like Jalen Duren because the way that he underperforms in the playoffs. Well, last year he didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has won the MVP twice. And still, not a long time ago. Pretty recently has won the MVP twice. And 69? That's ridiculous. He's worse than Cortland Sutton, who's number 68.
Yeah.
Who would I rather have, Lamar or Cortland Sutton? What are we talking about here, man? Lamar should not be outside of the top 25. Yeah, he had a down year last year, for sure. He's had a lot of up years. He's had a lot of amazing years.
And I think the number one reason people are, skeptical on the long-termness of Lamar Jackson, even after 2 MVPs, is, eventually that speed kind of goes away. Eventually, you can't use your legs like that. And maybe last year was a turning point of he's lost a little bit of athleticism. I think he was playing hurt. Now, if he has another year like that and he's...
Yeah, then it's a little different.
Then it's okay, he might have lost a little athleticism. But the thing is, he's got the number 1 passer rating in the NFL since 2018. That is not anything to do with his athleticism. That is to do with his precise accuracy in the pocket. That's what, for some reason, a lot of people don't give Lamar Jackson credit for, is being this magnificent pocket passer. Now, when he has to throw on the run and stuff, I think he's a little bit worse. I don't think he's as good as Allen or Mahomes at that sort of stuff. But in terms of just purely extending plays, running down the field with his legs, and also just sitting in the pocket and dissecting a defense, he's magnificent at it. To have him at 69, shame on the players because that's insane.
Even it says here in this article that in 2023, Lamar Jackson was ranked 72nd.
Oh, my God.
So he fell after having a down year in 2022 where he missed some games. They dropped him to 72, and then he went to be number 2 years in a row, where he was all-pro first-team quarterback 2 years in a row. Even the year he didn't win the MVP was still first-team all-pro. So the fact that it's this large of a dip after 1 year, yeah, I cannot get behind this one at all.
Do you think he's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL that's hard to scheme against if you're an opposing defense? Probably, right? You can't replicate what he's doing in the pocket in practice. I mean, the Lions signed Malik Cunningham to replicate
that's right. Lions did a pretty good job against him in that game.
Correct.
Yeah, I would say he probably... Because, Mahomes, you don't really, scheme. He does crazy stuff. Whereas, there's no point in even, trying to scheme. Yeah, same thing for Allen, I guess. Lamar's a little bit different just because of, his ability to scramble on top of him being, one of the best pocket passers in the league.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he probably is. 69, man.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
Unreal.
You know what I was glad to see, though?
What were you glad to see?
Where'd he go? I saw Jordan Love on this list, and I was so glad to see that the players weren't, gassing him up as someone who should be rated super high. Jordan Love.
72nd.
Yeah, there you go. Jordan Love, 72nd, one spot ahead in terms of quarterbacks of Baker Mayfield. I think that's fair. I think those guys are comparable in terms of where they rank across the league.
Yeah, but Baker did have another back half of the year that was like, ugh. But I think I would still take Baker.
Here's probably a better question. Should Travis Kelce be on this list?
I was just about to say, did you see that Travis Kelce's on here?
At 79, he played in all 17 last year, had 76 receptions, 851 yards, which for Travis Kelce standards, not very much. 76 receptions, honestly, still kind of impressive. 5 touchdowns, that's it. I don't know, man. I think he's got really good chemistry with Mahomes. I think if you put him on any other team, even with a great quarterback like Allen, like Lamar, like Stafford, I don't know, man.
Well, it's done. Is he still a top 5 tight end in the sport? A league that doesn't have a lot of premier... No. Like, the position is not very deep, right? It has, like, the top guys, but then it falls off pretty hard.
I would say no. I don't think he's a top 5 tight end because you've got Bowers, Kittle... Trey McBride, Laporta, Colston Loveland, Tyler Warren. Like, I would take all of those guys just off rip over Travis Kelce at this point. I think
probably take Tucker Kraft.
He's been considering retirement for 3 years. Like, we thought he was done 2 years ago, and he ran it back again last year, and then he's running it back again now. I think we're in a territory now where it could be him going out in a sad way. Not really on his own terms. We're like, really close to that.
Especially now that like all of the Swift marriage stuff went down this offseason. That kind of throws a wrench into things. He can't go out as sad as McGregor did, but
I mean, nobody does.
But I guess maybe he could. But I also think if he would have retired at the end of last year, it would have been like him going out sad, right? This was an opportunity to say, okay, I wasn't going to go out with this type of season that I had without scoring any touchdowns, and we didn't even make the playoffs. Like, I kind of agree with the fact that he couldn't have retired after last year.
I think there's also just a weird, this guy's clearly past his prime, not the best tight end anymore, but like, as long as he's still here, he's probably just going to be the number one target for Mahomes because they've got a chemistry together and it's holding them back in a way.
I think here's the best way to describe if he should retire or not. What is Travis Kelce? Is he the Kansas City Chiefs tight end, or is he Taylor Swift's husband?
He's Taylor Swift's husband. Get out of town, brother.
And that's probably your answer.
A.J. Brown all the way back at 80 in this ranking, by the way.
He's going to be a guy that just absolutely will have a huge leap.
Monstrous season incoming for him. Because what was New England's number one problem last year? They didn't have a number one receiver. I mean, they had Diggs, but...
Diggs has been in the media this week, too. I don't know if you saw that.
He
said that there's not a single wide receiver 2 in the league that's better than me. I mean, it's not true. Yeah, it's not true.
But he could be one of the best wide receiver 2s in the NFL.
Could be, I guess.
A top set, like 6 wide receiver 2. It's a good pickup for somebody.
Yeah, he just is still out there right now. And at least he's accepting the fact that I'm probably a wide receiver 2 now. You know, like a lot of guys won't do that.
There's no probably to it.
Well, yeah.
You're not going to be the best receiver on a team.
The lone lion we've gotten so far is just Jack Campbell, correct?
Just so far down. I believe the linebackers came out today for
88.
Yeah, 88. I believe the linebackers came out today for the top 10 players according to executives, GMs, and Jack Campbell was listed as the 5th best linebacker in the NFL after being clearly the best linebacker in the NFL last season. I'm pulling up the list of who's better than him. I'm okay with Warner still taking the top spot, which he did. Even though he was hurt last year.
Yeah,
Roquan
I
Smith is
fair.
2. Carson Schwessinger, this is where I get a little upset. Carson Schwessinger, the rookie, is listed as number 3.
Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Correct. Zach Bond for the Eagles is 4.
I don't disagree with the Bond thing. Bond was so good the Eagles Super Bowl year, and they won the Super Bowl.
Jack Campbell did have a rating as high as number 1.
Okay, good.
Someone thought he was the best linebacker in the NFL.
And someone had him unranked.
Which is ridiculous. He had the best season in the NFL last year.
Yeah, he should probably be 3rd.
I saved this because I knew we would talk about it at some point, somewhere on my laptop.
Schwessinger at 3.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Maybe I didn't save it. So the PFF has this stat called stops, which basically means you tackled someone at the line of scrimmage and blew up the play. Or if you get a sack, you get a stop as well. Jack Campbell led the entire NFL in stops last year. He just blew plays up over and over again. I thought that was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
All right, that's around the league. All right, when we come back, I will give you some updates on Ward Manuel and some of the quotes that he gave to a radio show this morning. So whether or not Ward Manuel's going to be around for the foreseeable future, maybe get some insight onto that. Tell you what it is when we come back here on the Ben Bosscher Show.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
So Ward Manuel went on 1050 WTKA this morning to discuss his future. Here's the quote, ladies and gents. Honestly, why don't I just play it? Kyle, I'm sending you the clip via Twitter if you could get that, just play it through the board. Because I do want people to, just be able to hear the tone of voice of this as well. So I'm working on getting that sent over so we can get that on the board right now for you guys to listen to. But essentially, he just kind of teases you on everything. Like, yeah, there's different things that have happened. I've had different opportunities. The bottom line is, I think I hear these quotes, and it makes me seem as if we are going to have Ward Manuel as the AD going forward. That is I think it's like minus 132 that Ward Manuel is the AD going into this upcoming calendar academic year. That's kind of the way that I'm looking at this thing.
Here's the quote.
Here you go.
I don't know what the future is going to be and how long I'll be in this position, but I do know that I'm here today, and I do know that I'm going to be here tomorrow, and I do feel confident in the things that I have done. I don't know.
Okay, so honestly, that quote at the beginning, the tone of voice would make me think maybe he doesn't have a ton of certainty. That
it sounds like he has no idea.
Yeah, there was another quote that said, I've had several conversations over the last 6 or 7 months about the future of things that have happened, different opportunities, and different ways it could go. I don't know, man. To me, it sounds like we are in a territory where we're in a wait and see what happens. And he went on this radio show because he had to, and now we're just kind of waiting to see if Ward Manuel's actually going to get let go, or if he's going to continue to play this thing out.
I mean, to me, it sounds more like he believes that there is no reason why he shouldn't be the AD, and nothing has been presented to him in a way in the last so many months that has given him any thought that he should no longer be the AD, right? Like that's what it sounds like, which is the truth. If no one has mentioned to him like, hey man, this at some point, like, this has to come to an end, or if he doesn't feel that way, then that's why he feels that I'm probably still going to be the athletic director of this program. However, we just don't know if whatever's going to happen with this internal investigation is going to cause Michigan to, even if they don't feel like anything is to blame on Ward Manuel, it still just might be enough to say, you know what, it probably is just time for us to recycle. And it's probably time for us to just reset and start over with a different athletic director. Now that we've got a basketball coach and a football coach already in the building, let's just go from here.
There was another quote that said, "Don't believe everything out there. I think I've been fired by social media 3 times. It's nonsense. It affects my staff and my family." So deal. I won't believe everything out there, Ward Manuel. I don't know, man. You're right. To me, it sounds like he has not been told that he's not going to be the athletic director, and he's working under the assumption he is going to be the athletic director until told otherwise. But there's and also I read this morning that Michigan's not just going to release this entire investigation for the investigation that went into their athletic department on Thursday. Those are finalized. They're not necessarily going to release those to the public yet, which I thought was interesting. I would like those to be released, especially if they're going to can them, to see the justification in doing that. But it sounds to me like there's not a guarantee that actually ends up happening. It's just a weird situation. It's a one-of-a-kind situation nonetheless that no other team is experienced in the Big Ten in a really long time. This athletic director is clearly good at his job if the goal is to win national championships, yet there's just been so much stuff to happen underneath him, under his watch, that individually you can look at all these things and think, well, I don't really think he's to blame for any of this, yet it's all happened, and it feels like maybe this can't be a coincidence that all of these things have happened with Ward Manuel at the head of the athletic department.
Right. And I mean, you say it's unique, but it's also just
College sports.
another representation of how college athletics are moving in 2026. You have all of these different teams in the Big Ten specifically that have had vacated wins over the last several seasons. Michigan State, Iowa, of course, having those big ones that came out last year. That might even been the year before at this point. So and now you have, obviously, Michigan has had their different investigations and scandals, whatever you want to call it, that they have gone through under Ward Manuel. You have athletic directors from different universities leaving the second they get there because there's a better opportunity there and there's more money here and this and that. And it is like a unique situation for Michigan based off of them winning a national title in the two most important sports that there is under Ward Manuel as their athletic director. But as far as the movement and rumors of getting a new AD and all this and that is everybody right now. It is just everybody is going in and out, a constant rotation of new ADs and trying to fix with the board and trying to mesh with NIL and everything that comes with the funding that now goes into college sports. It has changed, obviously, forever.
I couldn't agree more. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. We've got more to get to in the 11 o'clock hour. I'm going to circle back to the home run derby that happened yesterday that I honestly was a fan of. I didn't really think I was going to be a fan of it until it played out, and then all of a sudden, I was pretty excited by the time it was all over. So that's coming up in the 11 o'clock hour. Couple other things as well. We'll get to news. We'll get to around the league. Our three traditions to close at every show and news, all coming up in the 11 o'clock hour. Nothing pairs better with game day than an ice-cold Yuengling. Whether you're locked in for kickoff, tip-off, or the final inning of tonight's All-Star game, it's got that crisp, smooth taste that just hits right. Kind of like your team when they're firing on all cylinders. It's one of those game day staples. You've got the crew, the TV's up loud, and something cold is in your hand. Another round of Yuengling, and now it really does feel like game day. Kyle, are you a Yuengling guy?
I am.
I see you drinking the Yuengling sometimes at Nord.
Yeah, I like a Yuengling light. Yeah.
I'm not a big beer guy, but if I was, I feel like I would be going with the Yuengling.
Yeah. Yuengling was one of those things that, like, when it wasn't in the state of Michigan, it was like a big deal. Like when you weren't in Michigan, like, oh, I'm going to get a pack of Yuenglings, And now that they're here, it's different. It has like a different vibe to it now that it's here. It's easily accessible. It used to be not that way.
Yeah. So go ahead and grab yourself a Yuengling and pair it with the All-Star games tonight for an all-star sort of experience. Randy's Green Thumb. They've been proudly serving the Midland area with family-owned friendly service since 1982, offering everything from fresh floral arrangements and vibrant housing to outdoor plants and expert landscape and interior plant service. They also design, maintain, and install beautiful gardens, ponds, trees, and shrubs, helping both homes and businesses thrive with greenery that lasts. Visit Randy's Green Thumb at Poseyville Road and bring brilliant color, life, and inspiration to your home this season. Again, coming up in the 11 o'clock hour, we will go over the home run derby that just happened. Plus, I'll reshare my thoughts on the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, not according to the executives, not according to coaches, not according to GMs, according to me. I laid it out in the 9 o'clock hour. I'll do that again for you coming up at about 11:15. So stick with us here on 100.9 The Mitt. Ben Bosscher, Kyle Sandel here, checking in with you on a Tuesday here in the Great Lakes Bay region.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9.
100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
Home Run Derby happens yesterday, and I've got to say, I enjoyed it a lot. Not that I didn't expect to. Look, I think the Home Run Derby, the way that they change their format every single year, it's difficult to follow. There's always something different that's going on. They're tweaking it every single year. They want to make it interesting. Nonetheless, it's pretty hard to screw up, and I do think it's the best all-star event across all-star week or all-star, weekends across sports. There's the dunk contest. I think that held the title for the long time and had the belts for the best event. The three-point contest, I think, has become extremely exciting. I don't really care for anything that's happening in the Pro Bowl games anymore. I do think the Home Run Derby would be the best event to attend in person. I do think the Home Run Derby last night, the new format, was totally fine. Like, it led to an exciting finish between Kyle Schwarber and Jordan Walker, who stood in the box like a White Walker. It was horrifying. As someone who was cheering for Kyle Schwarber and had money on Kyle Schwarber, it was like, yeah, you were totally going to win. And then Jordan Walker comes to the box, and it's just like, wait a minute. This guy is stone cold, ready to go. So I thought the way that it finished was great with 6 straight home runs from Jordan Walker. I liked the timer. I didn't hate anything to do with last night. I thought it was overall a good event and a nice reminder that the Home Run Derby is just fun and it's pretty hard to screw up. I thought it was a success.
It was a success, sure, but like compared to what? Like what made it successful? That you enjoyed it, I guess?
Yeah.
Did you go in not knowing if you were going to enjoy it?
Yeah, I missed like most of the first round. I tuned in at about, it was started at 8. I tuned in at about 8:45, so I missed the first couple rounds or half of the first round-ish. And I came in and I was totally unaware of, I knew that there was new rules. There was no timer, but I came in and was like, all right, let's try to figure this thing out. Very simplistic. There's no gadgets with the way that their format was last night. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And there was an exciting finish. And the crowd made it really electric with
100%.
What was going on in Philadelphia yesterday.
Yeah, the Phillies fans were letting everybody hear it that wasn't Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. When it came down to like, oh, the only way Bryce Harper can advance is if he beats Kyle Schwarber now in that first round, that was kind of like, oh, man, that kind of stinks for the Phillies fans. But I will say, like, this is a loser take for sure.
From me?
No, for me, what I'm about to say. But, like, I just don't think there's any way to get people to care about things like this. Like, I don't think there's anything they can do to get people to be like, dude, I am hyped for the Home Run Derby.
Well, the only way to do that is Judge, Ohtani, Bobby Witt, like all the best guys in the league playing in it. That's the only way.
You're probably right, and even then, I don't know if people would care. Like, it's the same conversation that we have every single NBA All-Star weekend. It just gets to a certain point where people, it's the All-Star break for a reason. People have way too many opinions on how they should change it to get it so that people will care to watch it. There's no change, there's no fix. People just don't care about it that much, and I don't think they should. And that's kind of how I feel about the Home Run Derby. It is a week for you to casually throw it on, and I don't really care about the Home Run Derby or who wins it. I guess you're right in the fact that if it was Shohei and Judge and all of the legends and superstars of Major League Baseball, then I probably would care more about it. That's a good point. Maybe I'd watch it fully in depth. But if not one of my favorite players on my favorite team is in it, if Dylan Dingler and Riley Green aren't in the Home Run Derby, I just don't really care that much. And I don't really think I have to.
Going in person to a Home Run Derby, I think, would completely change your perspective on it. Not that I have been to one in person, but if I was going to go to an All-Star event
it would
in
be
person,
sweet. Yeah.
I would argue going to a Home Run Derby in person might be better than the All-Star game itself.
Oh, that's crazy.
Is it?
Yeah. The All-Star game is
Don't you go to the All-Star game or any baseball game to go see people hit home runs? Like, that sounds way more fun to me than just seeing somebody hit, or a bunch of people collectively hit 80 home runs.
It's not like a baseball game. Like, I feel like I would get bored.
Of the Home Run Derby?
I think I would.
It's
I'm
electric the whole time.
These guys hit homers the whole time. Like, oh, this is great. At least in baseball, it's unexpected. I don't know what's going to happen.
If you're in the All-Star game, or if you're at the Home Run Derby sitting in the outfield, you're on your feet the whole time. You're alert. You got to be ready. You're anticipating catching a baseball. If you're just at the All-Star game, come on. Not that it's like boring, but like there is a good chance that you just end up watching a pretty mediocre game and the Stars don't
it's
do
always
anything crazy.
It's always like 3-2. Like it's always a mediocre game. But I at least get to see like, oh, the best pitchers of the league go up against the best hitters. Like that's always fun. You know, last year getting Skubal versus Ohtani to kick off the All-Star game, that was like really exciting.
I'll tell you this. I don't think I'm going to be as excited to watch the actual All-Star game tonight as I was to watch the Home Run Derby last night. Not that I was like, couldn't wait, gotta see it. Like I said, I was 45 minutes late to turning it on. But I do think that last night I was like captivated by like, oh, is Schwarber actually going to win this thing in his home crowd, or is Jordan Walker about to silence everybody? The crowd was really into it, which made me really into it. With tonight, I don't know. I'll have it on.
Yeah,
I don't know I don't care about the result, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm with you in the fact that I don't really care about tonight either. Like, especially, like, I had way more juice going into the All-Star game last year. Like I said, specifically because Skubal was pitching in it. And the Tigers had like 5 guys playing in the All-Star game. And you got to see Skubal versus Ohtani. And you got to see Paul Skeens versus Aaron Judge. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm excited to see. I really don't care to see Dylan Cease versus C.J. Abrams.
Correct.
In the All-Star game. You know, like no offense. And I do think a lot of people have this perspective as well. And this I do agree with. Not saying that I am against the changes that they made to the schedule with the American League and National League. But the All-Star game used to really serve a purpose as a, hey, for you American League fans, these are the guys from the National League. Because you never get to see them. You got like those 2 series a year in June, and that was it. And I do remember as a kid, like, obviously, I watch Sports Center and stuff, so I get to see the highlights of these guys. I was never watching games.
It was McCutchen. That was the big guy in the National League.
Yeah, 100%.
It was like, oh, my God,
I was never
McCutchen
watching
and Miggy.
I was never watching Ryan Howard. I was never watching full games of all of these guys from the National League. Like, so the fact that the All-Star game, as a kid, I really got excited for it because it was an opportunity to see the guys that I never got to actually watch. It was just highlights. I got to watch a real game. And now that has lost some of its juice, but also that's a problem with social media and just stuff in general. But like the Tigers have played a ton of these national. We just came off of playing the Phillies, and now we're playing in Philadelphia for the All-Star game.
And I ultimately think it's good for the league that you're playing everybody all the time. But like social media would have ruined that anyway.
Prime example would be Christopher Sanchez. Wow, this guy went so many games in a row without allowing a run. Like having a dominant type of Cy Young style year for the Phillies. He's on the mound. I can't wait to watch him pitch because I haven't watched him all year. No, actually, he just faced my favorite team from the American League last weekend. You know? It's just, so that has kind of spoiled some of the All-Star game juice. I don't disagree with the fact that they do the schedule the way they do now because you get to see all these guys from the National League, but it just specifically hurts the All-Star game.
Yeah. I do miss the days, man, of like, when I was a child, it was every day before school, 6 a.m., wake up. My parents would get up like to come, get me ready for school, and I'd be on the couch watching Sports Center
Mike
every
and Mike
single
every
day.
day, man. Mike and Mike every single morning as a kid, and then it would switch to Sports Center.
Yep. And you're just trying to figure out what happened over in the National League. I would do that in the summer, like what happened in the National League.
Yeah.
I have better opinions and understand what's going on more now. But man, I didn't. Back when Sports Center was truly like, hey, here's what happened, rather than morons talking about nonsense, debating the same thing over and over again. I used to love being informed on that stuff, and I feel like it's just gone away in a lot of different ways.
Oh, it for sure has.
Now it's just like, yeah, let's debate if Jalen Hurts should have been a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, I mean it's absolutely how it's changed now, but it's the fact that the what happened last night, all of that is now on social media.
Yeah, because you don't have to wait. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to wait anymore.
Everyone already knows what happened last night, so we're moved past that. Let's talk about the takeaways from last night, and that's how that's shifted now. But
once in a while I'll catch Sports Center at Night with Scott Van Pelt, the PM version.
Oh yeah, I still love SVP.
That's like about as true form OG Sports Center as you can possibly get. The problem is it's on at midnight.
I'll always watch like the post Monday Night Football if I'm up.
Yeah,
I will always fall asleep to watching the SVP interviewing the guy from the game or whatever, and then talking with him and Joe Buck getting in a fight. Like I'll always watch that.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Which I don't know why he still does that, because he talked about a couple years ago. He was like, yeah, I got to stop doing this. It's just so late.
The midnight stuff?
Yeah, and then he just still does.
It's a great gig.
Is it?
Get to
It
sleep
is a
in.
great gig, but it's like, man, doing that every night.
He's probably getting home at 2 in the morning.
That can't be fun.
You get your whole day to do whatever you want when the sun's out. I don't know. 989-837-6125. The real top 10 quarterbacks list when we come back. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mid. The 11 o'clock hour is brought to you by Yater Insurance. Life happens fast, and at Yater Insurance Group, they're here to make sure you're covered every step of the way. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for decades, they treat you like family, not just another policy number. From home and auto to business and life insurance, Yater is the right coverage for every stage of life. Their team makes insurance simple with expert advice and real people you can actually talk to. That's Yater Insurance Group. We'll be there when you need us since 1940.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding. by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. This is the Ben Bosscher Show. We're live here on 100.9 The Mid. I've got my top 10 quarterback list for you a little bit differently than the way that the NFL execs, GMs, coaches, scouts put it together. ESPN's obviously been doing this, article series where they're doing top 10 players at each position group according to those people I just named. I decided for quarterbacks, you know what, I'm going to step in and do my own here. At the very top, I have Patrick Mahomes, and it feels like I'm in the minority on this one now. It feels like every list you look at, Josh Allen. Every media person, Josh Allen. Execs, GMs, Josh Allen. Fantasy football, Josh Allen. Everybody thinks Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL to the point where I am now in the minority for thinking the guy with 3 Super Bowls, the guy who's chasing Tom Brady and nobody else in terms of Super Bowl rings, the guy with the most passing yards and the most touchdowns since 2018. Somehow I'm in the minority thinking that he's the best quarterback in the NFL still. I'd like Josh Allen to just go to 1 Super Bowl, win the AFC 1 time, and then we can have a conversation. But until he does that, yes, I'm obviously well aware that this is a team sport, but there is just something about Mahomes. You give him the ball in the fourth quarter and he wins games. Oh, they win all these one-score games. They get lucky. No, they don't get lucky. They just have Patrick Mahomes, who has an inevitability factor to him in the fourth quarter of a lot of these games. So I still have Mahomes number 1, Kyle.
Yeah, that doesn't shock anybody, I don't think.
I think
anyone who listens to this show kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah. We'll skip the second and third tier. We'll go right to the bottom. I have Joe Burrow in this tier. And a lot of people would have Joe Burrow higher. He's usually listed as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. 6 fourth quarter comebacks. 6 total fourth quarter comebacks.
Here's what I'll ask you. Because this is something you and I talk about a lot on this show. About having, it's the case that we make for Jared Goff, right? It's the case that if you don't have one of them ones, if you don't have one of the elite quarterbacks, then you have to do it X way, this way, or that. And Jared Goff is as close as you can get to being one of those guys, but we're not going to be that biased and say that he is, right? Mm-hmm. Is Joe Burrow one of those guys to you? Because to me, he just 100% is, but then there is the injury factor that comes into it that makes it a question mark.
When you say one of these guys, you basically
mean... One of the
mean
elite quarterbacks of the NFL. Like the guys that I feel...
That it doesn't matter who's around them, they will drag you to win games with or without star players.
Correct. Like you don't have to specially build the offensive line in a specific way like you have to do for Goff. You don't have to build like the perfect defense around them. You don't... all of those things.
Yeah, people who raise your floor. No, I don't think Joe Burrow's part of that. I think that's the next group. That's why I called the next group elite floor raisers. Guys who... It doesn't really matter what's around them. They will drag you into a playoff situation come week 18 anyway. Joe Burrow has not proven to be that because he hasn't proven he can stay healthy.
And he went to the Super Bowl.
So did Sam Darnold. I don't see him on this list.
Okay, man.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But seriously, though. We have Brock Purdy's been to a Super Bowl. We don't have him on this list. I have Joe Burrow in the bottom.
We're not talking Brock Purdy and Joe Burrow right now. With Brock Purdy's situation versus Joe Burrow's. We are not doing that.
I think if Joe Burrow was in Brock Purdy's situation, obviously roster, Joe Burrow would be fantastic.
They would have won the damn Super Bowl.
Probably. But to your point, I don't think Joe Burrow is one of the guys where it's like, yeah, no matter what, he's just always in a good situation because he just solves all of it. He makes up for the problems that you have on your team. I don't think Joe Burrow is that. I think everyone above him, the top 6 quarterbacks in the NFL, I think those guys, and potentially, depending on how Caleb Williams goes, he could join that group. I think there's 6 guys in the NFL right now to where there are 6 quarterbacks who can make up for the problems that are on your football team. And those 6 quarterbacks are Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and Drake May. Problems can exist, and they will solve them because they are just so good. Whereas in this last group, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Caleb Williams, and Dak Prescott, I think they're right there where it's like, hey, man, they're not going to make up for every single problem.
Things do have to be right.
Yeah,
for them.
they can't put the team on their back and drag you to a Super Bowl through multiple playoff wins. That's not who they are.
Yeah.
But if you put good situations around all of them, they can help you get there.
With
they
Herbert,
can be the engine of the reason
with
why.
Herbert having a ton of playoff success, of course, compared to the rest of the guys that you have him in a category with.
I think if Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes, or Joe Burrow or Jared Goff or Caleb Williams or Dak Prescott was in Justin Herbert's situation last year, I don't think the Chargers make the playoffs.
I think it's just still a better situation than the Bengals was.
Last year?
Correct, dude.
No.
Chargers had Jim Harbaugh as their coach. Like, and still
Bengals
a really
had
good,
Jamar Chase
still a
and T.
pretty
Higgins.
good defense.
And the Bengals had Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
We're gonna act like the Chargers wide receiver room was trash.
It's not as good as the Bengals.
Yeah,
I think the Bengals have better weapons,
pretty
and they had
good.
equally terrible offensive lines last year. If I honestly, the Chargers' offensive line was probably worse. Nobody got sacked more than Justin Herbert last year. Both of his starting tackles were out. It was an all right. It was a good defense. You're right. It was a good defense. I think the situations were pretty parallel. I just think the world of Herbert.
Yeah, I do too. I really like Herbert as well. But I just think when you put him in a category with guys that are going to get it done no matter what, when he literally hasn't, that just is kind of weird to phrase it that way.
But by that logic, Lamar Jackson shouldn't really be in that group either because he hasn't had a ton of playoff success.
Yeah, but they're like an elite team every year. The Chargers are not. They've been
back-to-back years.
they've
He's
been
brought that
fine.
team to the playoffs. Like once you get to the playoffs, it's hard to like. Even the guys that are floor raisers. That's more so what I mean. If you don't have a good team around you, like you got to be a truly, truly, truly elite quarterback like Mahomes and Allen. Those are probably the only two quarterbacks I would say are in the. They can make up for problems that exist in the playoffs. The guys that are in this third tier, Lamar, Herbert, and Drake May, they can make up for your problems throughout the regular season. But once you're playing the other elite teams, no team gets backpacked by single-handedly the quarterback.
That's fair.
Unless you have Mahomes or Allen.
I think
Those
that's
are the
fair
only
to
two
separate
guys.
it that way. Yeah, because and honestly, Stafford might have earned his way into that group. I know they lost to Seattle, but like think about every game they played against Seattle this year, which was clearly the most dominant team all season long.
Yeah.
Like they all came right down to the wire with Stafford keeping them in it. So.
Well, it's tough too because Stafford, he didn't have to make up for a lot of other problems on the team because they were one of the most well-rounded, best teams in the NFL all
their
year.
Defense, their secondary was just pretty rough.
Yeah, that was mostly it. And then they lost the game where they ran into a team that
And
was
they
more
gave
well-rounded.
and they gave up a punt return like twice to Seattle. You know, like they lost in goofy ways to them.
Yeah. So if I was tiering it, I mean, it's already in tiers, hence the tower.
You literally are tiering it. This is it.
But it would be Mahomes and Allen in their own tier. Stafford probably in his own tier. And then it'd be how it's set up right now. And
Okay.
Caleb, I think, has the most opportunity to rise this season.
Rank the guys at the bottom four though, like in order
Right now,
Yeah, like your 7 through 10.
I think it is Joe Burrow the best.
Like, is it in order left to right how you have it currently? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would probably put Dak ahead of Caleb for now, with the expectation of Caleb passing maybe everybody in that tier by the end of the season. It'd be disappointing if he didn't, I would say, for Bears fans.
Yeah, I think it would too. As far as we haven't really talked about snubs from the tower, Trevor Lawrence is your first guy off, hence him poking off to the side.
Correct, but I'm not actually sure that that's a snub or not. Like you,
No. Sorry, snub isn't the right phrase. Just the first guy's off the list. Obviously, it's top 10 quarterbacks. Like, can't fit everybody.
I would have Trevor because I was always a Trevor Lawrence believer, even in the dark Urban Meyers times and the Doug Peterson times. I was always like, man, I'm not going to give up on that 1.01 pick that we saw, who was the best
prospect. Yeah,
I mean, in my life, it's luck. It's Trevor Lawrence and it's Caleb Williams.
he's like the
as
best
top
college
guys.
quarterback of my time watching college football.
Correct. He beat Alabama as a true freshman or a redshirt freshman. Like that kind of stuff just doesn't happen. So I always believed in him, the body, the frame, the arm. There was just such bad decision making, and I always credit it to look at his coaching. Look at the offense of coaches that they've surrounded him with, and the second they put him with a good offensive-minded coach and a good head coach in general. Last season, it took him about 7 weeks, and then he figured it out, and he played like a top 10 quarterback for the rest of the season. So if there's more of that, I think he can work his way into the top 10. The other guys who were just left off,
I mean, Sam Darnold just did win the Super Bowl.
yeah, he's right on the outside looking in, I would say.
Brock Purdy, a guy who we've just talked about, I think is in this mix.
Yep.
What about Jaden Daniels? I feel like you and I have been pretty opposite on our Jaden Daniels opinions. You've been pretty out on him.
I think when Jaden Daniels is playing football, he is absolutely phenomenal.
Played for his whole rookie season.
Always been
phenomenal.
concerned about Jaden
game.
Daniels. Yes. I've always been concerned about Jaden Daniels' health and the fact that he looks like a toothpick. You know, you look at professional athletes. Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams walk down the street, and Drake May. The three of them walk down the street. You can't see their face, though. They're wearing like a ski mask. Which two of the three look like professional athletes? Bulldozers of human beings. Jaden Daniels does not.
Doesn't look like a professional athlete?
No.
He's 6'4". Like, he's still a larger person.
Toothpick of a person, man.
That's crazy.
No, he stands out in terms of his height, and I'm sure he's shredded, but Caleb Williams is running dudes over, man. Drake May's a big dude. Jaden Daniels, I would have probably closer to 15 than 10. There's just a lot to be desired there after last season where it felt like he was hurt almost the whole year and couldn't really get healthy.
Caleb Williams, 12 pounds heavier than Jaden Daniels.
Runs people over.
Yeah, but walking down the street, is he running dudes over?
Probably not. He's probably flashing his fingernails. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. This is the Ben Bosscher Show. And we're going to hit the news when we come back here on The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
(989-837-6125). Welcome in, everybody. Kyle Sandel, take it away with the news.
The Mits Morning Catch.
More news.
More news.
No updates during the show today. Of course not. LeBron hasn't signed anywhere yet. Don't worry. I know everybody was wondering about that. Hasn't happened yet. I'll tell you what, something that did happen yesterday, though. It's All-Star break in Major League Baseball and in Minor League Baseball, but not in the Florida Complex League, where 3 rehabbing Tigers participated yesterday. Jackson Jobe, Gleyber Torres, and Tigers prospect Josue Briseño, all making rehab appearances in the Florida Complex League yesterday with the FCL Tigers. Jobe, really good return. 3 innings pitched. He threw 38 pitches, 4 Ks, 2 hits, no walks, no earned runs, and that fastball once again topped out at about 100 miles per hour. Really good sign for Jobe. As far as the 2 batters, Gleyber Torres went 1 for 3. He had an RBI double. Briseño went 0 for 4. It's mainly just about the Jackson Jobe stuff, which is a really good sign. Up to 40 pitches now on the rehab, 3 innings, and the 4 strikeouts. Very nice.
Yeah, but could you imagine going one of these Flying Tigers games just for fun, and it's like, wait a minute, Jackson Jobe, Jose Briseño, Gleyber Torres,
Gleyber
all
being there
playing?
is Gleyber like a legit big
all-star.
leaguer. Yeah, an all-star.
A 3-time all-star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Be
nuts.
awesome. It's the only baseball going on right now, so good to see that the Tigers, despite it being the All-Star break, still want these guys that are rehabbing to, hey, sorry, no break for you. We got to get you back into the mix. So we'll see what's next for Jobe. I would assume it just means he's going right back to Lakeland once baseball returns this weekend. But
Always
who
the
knows?
chance.
Maybe he comes to West Michigan, who just so happened to play the Loons this weekend.
Always a chance.
And it's
The Bryce
right
Ryder
here.
and Jackson Jobe are both playing against the Lose this weekend. I'm hoping for it.
A man can only hope. We will see. Okay, World Cup today, Spain versus France. It is the first semifinal game. Of course, tomorrow we will have our other semifinal game, England-Argentina. But today, Spain-France, that's at 3 p.m. Ben, if you want to go at AT&T Stadium, tickets are as low as just $1,300.
That's cheaper than the Miami game for Argentina last weekend.
Yeah, well, the Argentina wanted to know the cheapest one to get in there to Mercedes-Benz. $2,700. It's
God.
double the price.
You know what? I have
That's
decided.
a messy draw, man.
I have decided after thinking about this, I don't think I would ever go to a World Cup game in the United States. If I was going to go to a soccer game,
You'd want to go overseas?
I'd want it to be while I'm overseas, yes.
Yeah, but then are you talking like when the World Cup is hosted in a different location, or you're talking going to like a Premier League game?
Either. I think it'd be more fun in general to just attend any soccer game in Europe versus any soccer game here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with that. It'd be more fun. The environment would probably be better. It'd still be cool nonetheless, though. Like, or if I could have went to like the Mexico City when it was England versus Mexico, something like that.
Yeah, that's not in this country though. So,
But like going to a host country's match that isn't the United States,
it'd be unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah,
I do want
I'm
to go
with
to
you.
a soccer game in Europe one day. That's a bucket list for sure.
100%. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, even like non-soccer fans wanted it, which I mean, you're not, so that would make sense. As far as odds for today's game, France is the favorites to beat Spain in this one. They're plus 140 on the money line. Spain is plus 220. I don't really understand the odds here, but France is your favorites here against Spain. So we'll see. I know we're going to talk about it a little bit next in the final segment of the show as well. More soccer news. Balogun of Team USA, after his World Cup breakout, I guess you could call it, and he was just the star for a lot of different reasons, including that controversial red card and then taken away. He's joining LeBron James's and Rich Paul's Clutch Sports Group agency. So he's going to have a new agent. He's hooking up with Rich Paul. So good for him. Maybe you'll listen to it on that podcast that he's got.
Yeah, this is only going to help Balogun. Look, as far as I understand, Balogun's not like some premier player when he goes back to the league that he plays in non-World Cup, but he became a star here in America, and it's smart to attach yourself to one of the best agents and agencies that exists. The man that is tasked the NBA world with making your bids for LeBron James. This whole elaborate
Rich Paul, aren't you
scheme.
busy right now, man?
No. Rich Paul's already done his work with this. Now it's up to LeBron. He has all the information that he wants. I still think at some point today we're getting a LeBron team. I really do.
What if he announced, I haven't thought about this. What is that podcast called? Game Over, right?
Yeah.
The Game Over pod? Yeah.
Kellerman and Rich Paul.
What if LeBron goes on the podcast and announces it?
Oh, that'd be so awesome. They do a live pod on
They do
YouTube,
they do
on
a live
Netflix?
pod because like I assume that LeBron and like Kellerman have interacted because of this podcast, and Kellerman's always been like a huge LeBron person.
The Ringer does live stuff on Netflix all the time. What would be stopping them from doing a live, like, oh yeah, LeBron's about to announce his decision? Because we talked about this yesterday. Rather than Sham spoiling this, I do think LeBron's going to announce it on his own terms. I don't think that everyone's going to have this huge idea of where LeBron's going before he announces
this. The episode of the Game Over pod that dropped on Monday, Rich Paul was not on it. He was absent. He was on vacation.
Oh.
So I had David Jacoby on instead. So maybe he was wheeling and dealing. We talk about, he's on vacation. I don't know.
Agents don't take vacations.
The next time this pod drops, I will be... I got to tune in the next time Rich Paul is on because who knows? He might get another LeBron James update. Or he might sign somebody by then.
You know, Alex Schiffer, he works for the Athletic, Brooklyn Nets reporter for the Athletic, so I'm not really sure why he would have this. But per him, multiple reports are he's expecting LeBron James to sign with the Warriors. This is 5 minutes ago on Twitter.
Really?
But I don't know.
It's a real reporter, I guess.
But he covers the Nets.
Yeah. Huh, that is kind of weird. Okay, more stuff going on in the news. All-Star game tonight, of course, 8 o'clock. American League versus National League. Dylan Cease versus Christopher Sanchez. With it being the All-Star break, a lot of media questions being asked to each guys. I saw Dylan Dingler was asked if he thinks he's the best catcher in baseball. Dingler being the, nice guy, media-trained guy that he is, just said, there's a lot of good catchers in baseball. There's a lot of good. Okay, come on, Dingler.
It's like when I asked Frank Ragnow if he thought he was the best center in football. He's just like, I don't really pay attention to any of that stuff. It's like, okay, sorry for asking.
Yeah, no, I'll shut up. But the All-Stars have been a topic of discussion has been this upcoming CBA with the Players Association and Major League Baseball, and the All-Stars have continuously spoken out, specifically the guys that are part of the Players Association, that they oppose an MLB salary cap, and they do not want to come to an agreement that involves one. However, a few of them said they still feel pretty confident that there is enough time left to reach a new deal where there will not be any suspended play for 2027. We will see. We get closer and closer as each day goes by, so I hope that baseball doesn't get canceled, but I also hope that they come to an agreement that actually makes sense for not just the players and the owners, but the fans as well.
Yes, 100%. Obviously, I would love for baseball to be played and there to not be a holdout, but in order for the system to actually be fixed, I have a feeling we are going to need to have some sort of lockout.
Yeah, and I don't think they can do what they did 5 years ago when they were just like, yeah, we'll just figure it out in 5 years. Remember when we almost went into a lockout?
Yeah.
In the start of 2022 season, I think that would have been. Maybe it was 23. And they, 2 days before the season started, actually, we're back. We'll figure it out years down the line. Well, we're now years down the line. More Michigan basketball news. We talked about LJ Cason entering the transfer portal. Well, we have some positive news, because I would say that's not positive news. LJ Cason leaving. He was a fan favorite. New assistant head coach hired with Michigan, and it was a former head coach, Mike Martin at Brown. He was the head coach at Brown for 14 years. He's going to join Coach Boynton's staff with the Wolverines. So good to see some head coaching experience added into that group as well. We will close the news with this. We've been talking athletic director news with Michigan and Ward Manuel. We have some athletic director news at Michigan State. I meant to talk about this yesterday, but there was too much other stuff going on. Michigan State has named an interim athletic director. It's John Palumbo. Palumbo is the CEO of Spartan Ventures. It was that nonprofit corporation set up to financially support the athletic department under Jay Batt. He was hired by Jay Batt, so he's already been in the organization. He was with Jay Batt at Georgia Tech as well, and now he will take over as the interim AD. And who knows, maybe he'll continue to be AD. We'll see.
There you go. All right, that's the news. Perfect timing. All right, when we come back, we'll do our 3 traditions to close out every show, the first of which, trying to make a little bit of money. I'll tell you what it is when we come back here on The Ben Bosscher Show.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.
All right, we've got 3 traditions to close out every single show. The first of which, we are trying to make a little bit of money. I call it the lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
So close yesterday.
I know,
Ben.
man. I thought we were really going to like cut into.
That'd have been huge.
I know.
Like the show.
What was Jordan Walker going into the home run derby? He had to have been one of the longest odds
Yeah,
guys.
I think he was pretty down the list. I don't know exactly what, but he was for sure down the list.
Sucks, man. So instead of being 9 units down, we're 14 now, right?
Yeah, just about. You're 13 and a half units down. So would have got you back into single digits down, which has not existed since quite some time ago. April, I think.
And it only gets harder this week.
Yeah, because you really have to make some tough bets. Like you said, this might be the week where you try to do some long shot bets to get back into it. That would have been huge, but it didn't hit. 13.47 units down. You are 0.18 units down in July, so you're just barely below even right now. Where are you going today?
Well, late last week, we had some help from our friend from France, Kylian Mbappe. So I'm just going to hit the well again. I've got Kylian Mbappe to score a goal today against Spain at 3 p.m. for plus 115. Is that what we got it at
Plus
this morning?
110.
Plus 110, so still plus odds. He's going for that golden boot, man. If he can continue scoring goals, just won a game, and France keeps winning, guess what? They're going to end up in the championship if they win today, and then Kylian Mbappe has a real chance to grab that golden boot, which kind of solidifies you as one of the best soccer players ever. So,
And I was kind of surprised by this with France as the favorites. I figured this would be minus odds for him to score.
Ew.
But
You don't really see the minus odds.
Oh, no,
in
he's
soccer
minus
much.
105 now, so you got it at good value.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gone down to minus odds.
It's rare to see a goal scorer with
Right,
minus
but it's also
odds.
just like if they think France is going to win, that means they have to score. And if France is going to score,
it's probably
going to be at least one time from Mbappe.
who? Oh, you mean Mbappe?
Sure.
That is our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
The second tradition we have is our game of the day.
Game of the day.
This is a tough one, Ben.
This is a tough one.
What do you care about more? I mean, I think there is a proper answer here.
I think it's the World Cup game.
Really? You do? Okay, I
Is that
wasn't
what you
expecting
thought?
this. No, I thought you were going to go All-Star game.
I think the game of the day has to be the semifinal
The 3
game.
p.m. World Cup game, though? Is that fit your criteria?
There's exceptions to every rule, and this would be one of them, a
We're always
semifinal in
bending
a
the
World
rules.
Cup game. This has to be more important than some arbitrary All-Star game that has no meaning.
Oh, I agree that it does, but once again, like the rules of the lock of the day, I never know what or the game of the day. I thought it was what is your game of the day.
And
In
to
my
me,
brain,
it
you're
is
going to
this.
spend more time watching the All-Star game than this, right?
No, I might. You know what? I might turn on the All-Star game, see one Riley Green at bat, and decide to watch Game of Thrones for the 100th time. That could happen. But at 3 p.m., I
if I'm
will be
being
watching
straight up
this.
too. Like I probably am just not going to watch the All-Star game. Like I will watch like to see Riley Green's at bat probably, and then I'll just if McGonagall checks in, maybe I'll flip it on. But like I really don't care about it
I don't either.
at all.
You know what would make me care about it? Home field advantage in the World Series.
Okay, yep, a pointless game that both of us said we don't care about. Let's put immense stakes.
Well, do you
on
want
it.
it? Do you wish you cared about it?
No, that's my whole point. It shouldn't matter. It's the All-Star game. It's a fake game. It shouldn't have real stakes to it.
We can make it a real game.
We don't
by
have
putting the
to.
World
It's
Se-
not a real.
I'm
It
just
shouldn't
saying
be a real
it would
game.
be so much more
It's-
intriguing
it's
if
my biggest
baseball
gripe-
wanted to do this. I think the NBA should do this
no,
as well.
No, they shouldn't.
You
It's
should
my
make
biggest
it
gripe with the NBA
more
All-Star game.
important.
We have to put
some real stakes on the line.
It's a game that nobody cares about.
Home court
It's
advantage.
supposed to be that
in the,
way.
In the All-Star game.
It's
Do
supposed
it.
to be a game that no one cares about. It's a break for a reason.
It's not supposed to be a game that nobody cares about. It's become a game that nobody cares about.
Sure, but like I don't see an issue with that. Everyone always has these issues. How do we fix it? It doesn't need to be fixed. It's not supposed to be this ultra amazing thing. It's the break.
I agree
Take
with
a break
you that
from watching it.
I agree it's okay for it to not matter, but if you were tasked as a commissioner to get people to care about it, that is what I would do. I would put home court advantage or home
That's
field
true.
advantage on the line.
So what's the game?
Nonetheless,
So what's the game
it's
of
going
the
to be
day?
France versus Spain.
Game of the day.
I got 2 words for you. Steve Nash and Chris Paul. Must-see TV.
Michigan fans, they have nothing to worry about.
Are you sure about that?
they
Are
lost
you sure
out
about
on
that,
LJ
Dusty
Cason.
man? Oh,
Plus,
man.
their athletic director could not be gone. I think Michigan fans are a little worried about that as well.
Wait, what did he say?
Michigan fans, they have nothing to worry about.
Oh, no,
there's
Dusty.
plenty to worry about this week. You might need to find a new AD.
Wait a sec.
Dusty's a liar. He's a liar.
He is. All right, you got a point yesterday in guessing Colin's Open, right?
Yeah,
I missed the Open. Colin did his show.
I know. The
Really?
day where everybody takes
Maybe
off.
he was only doing Monday because there was a good amount of stuff to talk about, and then he's off the rest of the week. I could so see that being
Could
the
be.
play.
Could be. He also really enjoys talking about the World Cup.
True. Is that a hint to where you're going today? You got a point yesterday, 65-64. Man, we could not. We write the best script, man. This has been a tight race. Ben's up by 1, and it's his turn to go first today too. So he got a point on a guessing second day. Yikes! I just didn't think it was going to be Colin.
Neither did I. I don't even remember what I got a point for.
It was LeBron.
Oh.
LeBron stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to take a guess, I would say he's not doing the show today. That would be my guess. I could be completely wrong, of course. No way he's leading with the home run derby, right?
I feel like they talked about the quarterbacks yesterday. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go LeBron again.
I was going to take it.
I'm gonna go LeBron again.
Dang it. I was going to take it again. I think Gary just said it. LeBron for the next 5 days and probably the next 2 weeks. He's actually probably right.
And that's fair.
I think it's just going to be a
It's not
LeBron
crazy.
lead every day until he actually signs somewhere. And then, of course, that day it will be one. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of LeBron talk.
And in last summer, it was crazy. This summer, it's not crazy to lead with LeBron
and it's
every
like,
day.
what else are you going to talk about, too? Okay. I think I just have to go with a World Cup lead then. I have to go that route, and the fact that it is these 4 juggernauts in the semifinals all starting today. Like, what a brilliant day of the year it is. Spain versus France. Argentina tomorrow. I think everybody's had the take that Argentina has had to play anybody up to this point, and now they get to play the team that has beaten like a ton of really good teams in England. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with like a grand scheme World Cup lead.
Grand Scheme World Cup.
Just like about the semifinals, like the teams that are here.
Sure. I'll allow it. Why not? Kyle, we appreciate you producing the show as always. Appreciate our listeners for tuning in today, whether you're on YouTube or 100.9 The Mitt. We will be back tomorrow for Big Win Wednesday. We're going to have Mike Wilson on from Curveball Collectibles, who's going to help us give away some prizes in that department. So thanks to Garber Chevrolet for making Big Win Wednesday possible every single week. Excited for that one as well. 3 more days this week, and then I'm doing huge again the rest of the week as well. So keeping it huge.
About the All-Star game there, too.
I got no
On
complaints,
the west
man.
side.
On the west side, that's right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Don't forget about it. Subscribe on YouTube so you can get notified when we go live. We'll talk to you guys then.
The Ben Bosscher